Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the Dumpster Fire,
Shit
the
show.
Abortion, the Shit Show, with your host, Mike Walters. 3G Greg Henson in the house.
My man.
How are you, pal?
Where have you been all my life?
Where have you been? T-Roy is here, of course, too. Hello, T.
Hey, Bill. Happy Saturdays to you.
Yeah.
I've been moving.
Yeah.
I've been in Key West. I've been in Pittsburgh all in the last month.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's been busy.
How's the new gig? I mean, we knew
Great.
about it, and I don't know if I told you this, but I kind of fucked up. And we wrapped up a show we were doing. I didn't want to tell you this because I thought you'd be mad at me.
No.
But we wrapped up a show we were doing, and then it was like, all right, bye, everybody. And then you were still on the line. We're not broadcasting anymore.
Cut the stream off at least.
The stream was cut off, but the audio was still recording, obviously, because we were still at the open mics that we were talking. So smart listeners listen to the whole thing, because I just posted it, because we, again, at the end of goodbyes, we said goodbyes again. So I was like, oh, it's just the end of the show, no big deal.
Sure.
But what most people didn't know was that second set of goodbyes included, hey, how's it going with Grand Rapids? What's going on? And you're like, I can't say anything yet.
Oh, funny.
And so we ended up pulling it down after an hour. But
Some people heard it.
Cut it, but there were enough people that
Oh, that's
Yeah.
whatever. You know, I wasn't taking anyone's job. The person was already gone.
Yeah.
So it didn't really matter to me. But I'm telling you, man, it's fun again. I'm having a blast. You know, Michelle is a complicated bitch to work with.
Sure, aren't they all?
But she's good, man.
Yeah.
I never were. I mean, and then we got this young guy, Travis, who's pretty funny. And
What is his role?
he's
Third
the
mic,
third guy. Yep. And he produces everything. He's really good at, doing T-Roy's job.
Hey-o.
And he's a young up and coming guy. So
Yeah.
if I dropped dead, he'd probably just slide right into my
Yeah,
chair.
take your gig.
And that's probably what he wants. But
Yeah.
it's a blast, man. It's really cool to do rock radio. I mean, we're not playing a ton of songs, but it's still rock radio,
Yeah.
like it'd be the equivalent of working on 94.7 here.
Okay.
Doing
Yeah,
mornings.
kind of
so
a classic rock.
yeah, so it's
how
cool.
much talk are you doing an hour?
All of it. We play one record to go take a piss.
Yeah.
Did you say record?
Did I say that? Yeah, one tune. We might play one tune to take a piss or to take a phone call or something. But, it just depends. Some mornings when we're feeling it, it's nothing. Some mornings it can be 3. We have total autonomy.
Yeah, that's great.
To do what we want to do, which is what you're used to doing, back in the day.
Dude, when I started with Drew and Mike, we were still playing 2 songs an hour.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah,
That
isn't
you
that
were
funny?
early, though.
Yeah.
You were really early.
That was when I was an intern in 95.
Yeah,
By the
and they
time
were
I
new.
came back, they'd been on the air since late 90s.
Was it Drew and Zip?
Drew and Zip at first, and then Zip could not get out of a vodka bottle.
Oh, really? Is that what the problem was?
Yeah, it was. I mean, I don't know how much is publicly known about that, but I mean, like under the desk with a fifth type shit.
Oh, what's funny? I completely stopped drinking everything except for Saturday night because I can't do it. Like I cannot have one glass of wine and get up in the morning.
Really?
Oh yeah, I've lost some weight because of
you
it.
look great. I was going to say you did. You look like you've lost weight.
Yeah, and it's you lose the booze bloat. When you're having a glass or two every night or what because it wasn't uncommon for me. My wife would go to bed at 9. My kids are upstairs playing video games. It wasn't uncommon for me to crack open a bottle of wine and watch a movie every night. And now I'm just like, I can't do that. I'm in bed. Like, I didn't even watch the Michigan game against Purdue. I was in bed, man.
Really?
9 o'clock, I'm in.
I started, I got on a kick where I was drinking Jack.
Ugh.
And it was like beer to Jack and Coke, and then it was just like, fuck it, on the rocks.
Right.
And I just
How did you get up?
Well, it was fine. I didn't have an issue at all. No problem, no hangovers, nothing. And this happened to my mom, and she's allergic to it. And our lives are kind of parallel with what we're allergic to, which is like ibuprofen, which blows. You do not want to be allergic to that drug, but we both are. But the last couple times I drank, I didn't really overdo it or anything, but I woke up the next morning just bloated and cloudy and shitty. It was like, this just isn't worth it anymore.
No.
Like I don't, and the last couple times, even while I was drinking, like Troy and I could sit down, he'll have a couple cocktails a night, no big deal, and go to bed early. But we would sit there, and the last couple times it was like usually it's fun in the moment.
Right.
Then, as we get older, we pay for it the next day.
Sure.
No. I was not feeling good while it was going on. I'm like, this is just,
My brother's
why am I
allergic.
choking this down?
Yeah.
What am I doing?
And I just don't want to feel like shit in the morning. And I'm enjoying myself too much. And, You know, so when the alarm rings at 4 o'clock, I want to
Yeah.
be ready to go. I mean, I'm still tired because I don't think
Well,
you
if
ever.
you're doing mornings, it's really hard.
You're always tired, no matter what you do.
Well, that for sure. But if you're drinking, unless you're one of those, like back in the early days when I moved to Lansing, Kalamazoo, and I'm in my early 20s, we'd literally do our show at 10 a.m. and then help the Riv across the street at State. Open we're taking bar stools off, and me and Beagle were both kind of drunks. But you could do that at
Right.
26
Of
years old,
course.
25 years old, whatever it was. But we day drink. And then you'd still go to bed at 9, and you
Right.
could get up at 4 in the morning and go to work. But
It's all relative.
Yeah.
as we got older, though, and the Drew and Mike show was like, you just can't do this.
It's too big a show, too important, and
Yeah.
you know, I agree with that though. I haven't sworn booze off. Like I'll still
me
enjoy
either. Me either.
on the weekend. I'll
Yeah.
have it with dinner. I'll have like I'm gonna have a couple glasses tonight at the Piston game.
Yep.
A couple cocktails. I don't know what, but you know, I just it's not doable for me, and I feel great, even though I don't think I really overdid it a lot. I periodically would. I just think that when you're doing mornings, you got to be as healthy as you can be.
Yeah.
You know, in order to be mentally right that every morning.
Got to be sharp.
Yeah.
It's hard to come in. I know, you know, and it's funny because when people ask me about those days, like, you never get used to it.
No.
You will never get used to getting up at that hour.
And
I don't
years
care what you do.
afterwards,
Yeah.
you're not used to it.
Like,
you know?
I'm scarred. Like, now I'm
Probably.
like, no, there's not an alarm. I'm not setting an alarm.
Right.
And if I sleep till fucking noon, so be it. You know, I'm
Fine.
just not.
No, I don't. You know, if you don't have to be up, you don't have to be up.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I'm the same way though. Like I'm unabashed about my nap. If I'm tired, I'm gonna go take a nap.
Yeah.
I don't care what anyone thinks. Like Thursday, did the show, stuck around the office, did some work till about noon. I went home and I took a 4-hour nap. I was just tired. You know, I got up for 4 hours, took a melatonin at 8, and I was back in bed at 9. I just, you know, I'm going to be unabashed about it. I don't care what my wife says. I don't care what my kids say.
You
if I'm
do,
tired,
too.
I'm tired. No, I don't.
Yeah. If you're tired, you're tired.
You're tired, you're tired. And if I'm the one getting up at 4 in the morning, then I don't want to hear it. You know,
Yeah.
I'm going to get some blackout curtains in our bedroom.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, I'm loving it so far. I really am. I love where I'm at.
What are you guys doing, like, content-wise? Is it political? Is it
No,
sports?
it's
Is
just everything in the world but politics. But I don't think we're afraid to do politics, but it's got to be fun.
Yeah.
Like, I want to make fun of politics. I don't want to argue whether Trump's a good candidate or not. I don't want to do any of that crap.
Yeah.
I did that for a long time in talk, and I enjoyed it, and I still do it. I'm going to probably do a podcast about it, you know, where I just talk politics because I like to.
Yeah.
Or we can do it here or whatever. But,
Yeah.
but there... You know, it's more what's going on in the world. We talk a lot of sports, you know,
Entertainment
whatever
shit, kind of
yeah,
TMZ
whatever
stuff.
whatever is interesting to guys like us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Other
Yeah.
than politics. You know, although like we'll probably on Monday we'll talk a little bit about some of the stuff that happened over the weekend because there was a lot of news over the weekend.
Right.
That wasn't political but was meaningful.
Yeah.
You know, like the stuff going on in Memphis, and we'll get to that later too.
Yeah,
but
Tyree Nichols.
Yeah.
Kid, yeah. Well, that's got to be fun. I mean, it's
a blast.
You've got to be happy. So, are you planning to move the whole family then to GR?
in June, Cooper's a senior. It's funny because we're all sitting around watching him play hockey right now.
Got a goal. Congratulations,
yeah,
Coop.
thank you. He's a good kid. We're going to go to Grand Valley. He's going to go to Grand Valley. His older brother is going to go to Grand Valley next year because he's in
nice.
community college now. He should be in regular college, but he likes community college. And
Yeah.
you know,
Hey,
he
that's
saved me
good for the wallet.
He saved me a shit ton of money.
Hell
I'll
yeah.
have 2 years done. He'll have 2 years done. It'll be less than $8,000.
Yeah.
Everybody should do that.
I agree.
Get those first 2 years of
And he's-
community college.
And he's
Yep.
killing the grades.
Yeah.
You know, it's easier.
Yeah.
You know, it just is. When I needed to knock out a hard class, I took it at the community college and transferred it. There
you go.
It's just
Yeah.
easier. So
My parents did the same thing. They went to it was known at the time as a number one. What do they call it in California? It's not community college. It's junior
college, yeah.
Yeah, they went to Foothill out there, and they've taken me by the campus and stuff. But they would get all the professors from Stanford and Berkeley
Side
would pick
jobs.
Side jobs. They'd get side gigs, and so all their professors were like these
Stanford guys, yeah.
Stanford guys and Berkeley guys. But you know,
Without the lib indoctrination, I hope.
yeah, well, back in the 60s or whatever it was, late 60s, you know, I mean, it's a totally different world. But yeah, man, they probably saved God knows how much money.
Big time.
By doing those 2 years. And then, you know, they both graduated from San Jose State and then
Well, I just
UC
got it.
Davis and all that. But
Oh, yeah.
having those 2 years of where you're paying nothing.
I just got great news though. I got an email on Thursday. They're giving him 50% academic scholarships to go to
Nice.
Grand Valley.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
Yeah,
he gonna play hockey there?
Yeah. He got into U of M Dearborn, but he's. How do I put this? He's a pussy, in terms of he doesn't like to drive,
Yeah.
and he doesn't really want to
What
live
is
that far
up
away
with
from
young
home. I
kids,
don't
man?
know.
I don't get it. Like, we were dying to drive.
Because in no other aspect of his life is he a pussy, but he doesn't want to drive, and he doesn't really want to be that far away from us. Because I said, "You're into Michigan. It doesn't say Dearborn."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Nah, I'll just go to Grand Valley and live close to home."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Okay, whatever. If that's what you want, that's fine with me." But
And nothing's going to keep him
Right.
there. He can transfer
and he can
if he
and
wants.
and he also may not be good enough to make Michigan's team at
Yeah.
Dearborn. I think he'll make one of the two teams at Grand Valley. So,
Okay.
and I said,
One of the two teams.
well, there's a Division I and a Division III.
Okay.
Club. It's all club except for like
Yeah.
Western and Michigan and Ferris.
Yeah.
So he'll try out for the both of them. And then if he wants to, they usually want you to be a 20-year-old senior or a 20-year-old freshman. So the kids go play juniors, but we're not doing that bullshit. It costs too much money.
Yeah.
And he's not going to be a pro.
Right.
So why dick around going to juniors? But if you
Have a
play,
little fun playing it while you're in college.
Yeah,
Get
it
some
sounds
scholarship out of it.
use it to get some bitches and move
Yeah,
on,
right.
I mean, because, he'll be playing for his school, and
Yeah.
the girls can come watch him or dudes, whatever. And although I don't think mine are in that boat.
Yeah.
But, you play for your school. I think that would be more fun than playing for some rando junior team in like Potomac, Maryland or whatever. I'm like, just
Yeah.
get to Michigan. We'll have a great summer. You go off to college in the fall, do the whole experience.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
never did that. I went right to work and did community college, and I'm like, just do the college thing, man.
Yeah. Have fun.
Yeah. Because he wanted to stay in Richmond another year, but as you saw, our team's so good, it's not competitive. They're like winning 8-1.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
how every game goes. And I'm like, just get your ass in college. Just play against some better
Yeah.
competition.
Grand Rapids is a pretty cool town, too.
It's a great town.
Yeah, you were just
I was there last
too.
weekend. Yeah, I went to the Griffins game.
I went to my first Griffin game the week before.
Crazy.
Isn't that a blast?
Yeah, it's a great time.
And there's like 4 or 5 Red Wing guys. Like Veron is there, Nedeljkovic is there,
Yeah.
Edvinson, their top-rated defense prospect, is
Yeah.
up there. So you get to see some guys the crowd's into it.
It's a great little area right there, too.
really
Tons of
is.
little bars and restaurants and
Yeah.
stuff right on that little strip.
The radio station's 2 blocks away, so
Is
I
it
park
really?
at the station and walk over.
Even better,
and
yeah.
It's
Yeah, there you
a
go.
total blast.
Parking was such bullshit. I got a hotel.
Yeah. How much?
$58.
Oh man, are you shitting?
Yeah.
Park?
Yeah.
Wow.
Next time, just call me and you
200
can.
something bucks for a room.
Next time you come there, you can park in my spot. I got a lease. It was
There you go.
part of my deal.
Oh boy, yeah, you got to work that in.
parking.
It's funny. Michelle, God love her. She goes, oh, by the way, get parking worked into your deal. And I'm like, really? And she goes, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I know I didn't
acting
know
like
that
a
was
big
the
city
thing.
over there. Come on,
Yeah.
get together, Grand
New
Rapids.
York, it's legit. You'll
You
spend
got to
$1,000
negotiate it.
Yeah.
It's got to.
I didn't know
part of you.
Grand Rapids was like that, though.
Everywhere.
That's
Parking's getting
crazy.
bad everywhere. Anyway, that's off the path, but Grand Rapids is a great town.
Yeah.
Can't wait
Yeah.
till the Whitecaps
Yeah.
get in there. I'm going to go have. But here's the cool thing, too. I'm an hour and 40 minutes away. But
Yeah,
the way
yeah.
I drive, like, I'm going to the Pistons tonight.
Yeah.
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 It's so cool. I got that up there. If I don't want to drive, if I want to drive a little bit, like I can go to all the Michigan games again. I can go see the Tigers whenever I want. I'm pretty stoked about,
Yeah, yeah.
Plus, I'm living in probably the cooler half of the state, in terms of beauty and things
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
I'm 20 minutes from the lake.
Yeah.
You just can't beat it.
Yeah, that's
maybe
awesome.
maybe best of both worlds.
Yeah.
You know.
How'd they
Bip
take
over
it?
to Chicago.
Yeah.
You know,
Of
Easy.
course.
Yeah.
How'd they take it in Virginia?
They were thrilled for me.
Yeah.
And they really wanted me to stay because, man, I got along with my boss. He's this big New York lib, right? And all we did was argue politics, and we loved it.
Yeah.
And he's like, he walked up to me, he goes, come on, man, don't leave. And I'm like, brother, I want to go back home. I got family and friends up there.
Yeah.
Those are all my teams. It's home.
Yeah.
I said, the only downside is the snow. That's,
Yeah.
to me, the only downside. Because,
And it's bad on the west side of the state.
Yeah, it's
That
worse
lake
here right
effect-
now.
Yeah, right now.
right
but
at the moment.
usually, man, when I would
Oh.
when I was working in Kalamazoo and I'd come home on the weekends to party with these guys, dude, once you got west of Lansing
Yeah.
and hit that lake effect, it was like a different
It is.
world.
It is.
I mean, it was crazy.
I really on Christmas I was leaving on the 23rd to fly to Richmond. There's an inch of snow on the ground as I'm going to the airport. I get a beep, and the thing said flight canceled. I'm like, you can't fly out in an inch.
Come on.
And so I just kept driving. I went straight to Richmond, and I was like, whatever. I'm not going to dick around with it. But it was that was they got about 2 feet that weekend. By the time I got back a week later, it was all gone.
Yeah.
And so there's a little on the ground now. There's more here, and I guess more tonight coming.
Yeah, something like that, or Monday.
4 or something coming in tonight. I think.
Yeah, tonight. Wow. But which is fine. But yeah, I mean, shit, things over there are just great. I'm digging it, man.
Everyone that I talk to that lives over there or spends quite a bit of time over there just raves about it.
Yeah.
And
I just bid on a
young
house.
and stupid when I was there.
And you didn't want to be there.
No.
You want to be here.
I wanted to be starting a career,
right.
So I was fine with that. But, this is like very early internet days. So research was totally different.
Yeah, we used to read papers.
Yeah.
And cut out articles.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I can tear an article like a son of a bitch, man. You get really good at that.
I had a razor blade.
Yeah.
Because I was working with JJ and the crew while you were over with Drew and Mike. And we would just cut out articles and slap them down on a piece of paper.
Yep.
And,
yeah.
That's how we used to prep.
Yeah. It's fun, man. It's fun.
It was the good old days. But,
how do you like that, though, going from kind of running things like in Richmond where you're in charge of talent, you're in charge of, I'm assuming, I don't know what your official title was there, but I'm assuming you were a programmer or
ops. Yeah.
Ops, okay.
Ops for the two talkers.
So
I was director of spoken word.
Okay.
It was a
Well,
fancy
that's a good spot for you. Good title.
Yeah.
Hoity.
But going away from that to working for someone else who's calling the shots as a PD or whatever.
Well, the person I'm working for, I know very well. Lori Bennett. She used to work in. Lori's my boss, and I love working with Lori. So it was like no big deal. I'm like, I can work with Lori. Hell yes. Because
what did she run? What was her station around here?
NIC at one point. She was at Greater Media at one point, and at Cumulus here. I think she was at the JR 93.1 and 96.3.
Okay.
So she's definitely
been in the business a long time.
Yeah. She asked me that question during the interview, and I said, "As long as it's you, Lori, I'm fine."
Yeah,
because I know her, and I'm not worried about how she manages. But I don't mind not running it. I mean, because as cool as it is being the boss, everyone forgets the headaches.
Yeah,
you got a 22-year-old board up who has got issues, and you need to help them out, and somebody's got COVID, and your morning guy wants 2 weeks of vacation, and the boss is mad because the morning guy said this. I mean, there's plenty of headaches to go along with being the boss. And my philosophy always was, I didn't get into this business to be a boss.
Right.
I got in the business to be on the air and entertain people.
Yep.
So the boss thing kind of just happened. I think I was pretty good at it, and I always just was the boss. And then every now and then I also had, like at DFN, I was on the air and I was the PD, and at other stops as well. And it's always
so I could not, like, I'm not good at compartmentalizing. Having too many things going at once drives people nuts.
Right.
I'm like singularly focused on what I'm doing. Like, I'm prepping now. Now I'm doing the show. Like, I can't have 10 balls in the air. It seems like a soap opera. Whenever someone's the boss, that's what you're dealing with.
You are.
It's not just like, hey, I'm the highest paid guy and I get to call, like, what's the new single we're having this week?
Right. And you're not the highest paid guy anymore. It's the morning guy.
True.
The morning guy's the one making all the cash, which I hope to someday.
Yeah. But it's
a nice career to be a program director.
But having people coming to you with their issues, and they are as small as like, this board ops has something going on at home, or someone broke up with a girlfriend. Yeah, and now you got to I remember calling people at 4:30 in the morning. You're just on call all the time, like, ugh.
And then the radio station goes off the air for 8 seconds because of a bad cue tone, and your phone's ringing off the hook from the alarms that go off. Our stations got hacked in Richmond. I really enjoyed my time in Richmond, but it was just time. And the opportunity to work with Michelle again was like, if it's Michelle, I'm in.
Yeah.
Like, I probably don't leave if it's not her.
Yeah.
Because I know our show is proven and that we can win. So I'm like, if it's Michelle, I'm interested.
Yeah.
And it was.
Who hosts that?
Host what?
When you and Michelle do a show, is it like a dual host thing? Is it like there's not a 1 and a 2?
Mm-mm.
Not really?
We never really got into that, know? It's funny. Here's the thing. The name of the show in Detroit was Greg and Michelle because it was my town.
Yeah.
This is her town. She's been there 30 years. So it's Michelle and Greg with Travis because she's the known entity. I'm a rumor at this point in Grand Rapids after a month. So I'm like, you think that bothers me? It doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
It's Michelle and Greg with Travis, and it should be.
Yeah,
You know, that's
great.
her town. It's
great.
And
Cash checks the same way.
exactly. And that's the beauty of working with Michelle. We've always been that way. We didn't care about the name.
Yeah, I've
You know-
never cared about that stuff either.
Yeah, and but the name flow. Greg, we both agree. Greg and Michelle flows better.
Yes.
but it doesn't matter. You know,
No.
it doesn't. And Michelle and Greg is fine.
Yeah.
and so it's 50-50. You know, right now I'd probably say it's 70-30 her because she's more comfortable
That'll
with the
change.
show. Over time, it'll be 50-50. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's already starting to change to where it's like, I got this. I'll bring it back and do this or whatever.
Yeah.
And no one cares. It's just a really good partnership. I mean, it's like working with your beloved, much, much, much older sister.
Is that what how you figure?
Yeah.
She is your much, much, much older sister.
Yeah, much. I mean, like maybe 4 muches.
That's great. What people
See, I can say that and she'll laugh.
she'll
of
laugh,
course.
which is
She doesn't
a keeper.
care.
That's the important part.
What most people probably don't understand about this industry is the egos are so big and the talent is so much in a lot of ways that you can hear a couple, whether it's a couple guys, guy and a girl, on the air and think they're best friends and they're just pros. And there are plenty of examples of people that fucking can't be in the same studio, cannot be in the same studio. And I don't remember if it was Kevin and Bean out in L.A. or one's in San Fran, but there were a few guys in Ohio that were like that.
Oh, yeah.
So it's cool to see that you genuinely, I can tell just talking to you.
Oh, we
that
love
you
each other. She's
genuinely
great.
like her.
She is one of my favorite people. Like, we've tried to work this show out for 15 years. We
Yeah.
tried to get back together, but the timing was never right.
Yeah.
And she called me and said, man, my co-host is gone. Are you interested? And at first I said, maybe. You know, I don't really want to come back to the cold. And she's like, don't be an idiot. And I said, okay, let's talk. And then they got a new GM who was great. And Lori's there. And I'm like, yeah, I'm interested. Let's
Yeah.
do this. And that's how it worked out. And our show is so popular here, ratings-wise, that I was like, we'll win. We'll do fine, you know.
Yeah. Is there any good, decent competition out there?
Yeah, Free Beer and Hot Wings is there.
Oh, yeah, I know those guys.
And they've been around for like 25 years, so
Yeah,
they've got
yeah,
a good core. And Mojo is on the CHR station up there.
Okay, syndicated?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
We'll kick his ass. He's too easy to beat.
Well, he's got a very
Different
specific
audience.
yeah.
And we're good
audience.
friends. I'm
He's
kidding.
a good dude.
He
He's-
texted us the other day because he had great ratings, and he goes, "Don't worry, guys. I'll make the reservations next time."
He's one of the nice ones. Like
He
there's
is.
there's a handful of people. Honestly, most of the people I worked with at Riff, what are you talking about? Screaming Scott.
Yeah,
and
why'd they
Meltdown.
move him?
Who knows?
Who was on CSX Afternoons?
I don't even know.
That they moved
I don't
out.
pay attention to any
Okay.
of that shit. But like Mike Staff, I'm sure you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like some of the sweetest human beings you'll ever know. I don't know where I was going with that, but just awesome people.
Yeah.
Shit, I had
There's-
a point. I can't remember what it was now. I lost it. Anyway, who were some of the people that you really like? I'm trying to think
Everyone
of
at
the sports
DFN got
world.
along. Everyone did. Everyone was.
Like Sean Belizean.
He
Awesome.
but he didn't work with us that he was kind of late at DFN.
Yeah.
I hired him after we were already rolling.
Yeah.
And then he came in.
He was kind of a part-time.
Yeah, he was a
fill-in.
swing guy.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he got a full-time show.
But as far as like no
like him.
ego,
Yeah.
awesome dude, at least that's my
He's-
experience. with
yeah,
him.
he
I don't know
is.
if that's not true. I didn't work with him all.
No,
that
no.
much, but
I think everyone has an ego.
well, yeah, of
But
course.
but Sean's wasn't overbearing. Everyone seemed to like him.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was interesting. He's an interesting guy. I always like Sean. Sometimes I'd be like, Sean, you don't have to be the nice guy all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can get pissed off.
Yeah.
And he never would.
No,
he just never
never.
got pissed.
No.
Meanwhile, I'm bitching and throwing a fit on the air every day about shit. And he's chill. I mean, Jamie was chill.
Woj
Jamie
was
was
cool.
highly annoyed with me a lot of times, which I get.
I could see that.
Yeah.
He's kind of a stuffy guy.
Yeah, but
You know?
Jamie, the thing about him is he was just a good, nice guy that didn't want to ruffle any feathers. And my whole goal was to ruffle feathers.
Yeah,
I thought that was a riot.
Yeah, it is.
The guy who was most annoying, I think, to everyone is the sweetest one is Stoney. Because Stoney is just different.
Yeah.
Stoney won't look you in the eye. He jokes about it.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
if you meet Stoney, he'll shake your hand and he's looking behind you to see the next most important
that's
person.
interesting. I thought it was just me.
No, it's everybody. He jokes about it. But I think everyone got a little annoyed with Stoney at times. But good dude, Wojo, good dude.
Yeah.
We didn't really have any assholes at DFN.
Yeah.
Eric Pate was a hothead, but just a riot to be around.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like I don't know that I could say the same about some of the people on the ticket now. If you think about it, I think there's a couple guys who are just
don't
assholes.
even know who's there. I don't even know.
I only know the ones I know.
Yeah.
Like I know Stoney, I know John Jansen a little.
The
Karsh.
Michigan player.
Yeah, Karsh is a good dude.
Yeah.
I knew Gator a little because he worked for me at XYT.
Yep.
Afternoon guys, I don't know.
So it's the same names, man.
oh yeah, never changes.
Kicking around forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you, it drives me nuts, and I don't know how you deal with this. Not you personally, but in general. Like, I've been watching a bitch to Troy about it. I watch, like, sometimes ESPN's.
I don't watch ESPN.
Yeah, I don't either very much, but occasionally I'll catch something. Or NFL Network. I like
Yeah.
NFL Network better. But just throwing athletes onto a booth and having 4 or 5 of them and a female host, obviously, you got to.
It's a formula.
Yeah, it's a formula, for sure.
Clearly.
Yep.
These guys are worse than The View.
Most of them.
They're fucking awful.
Okay.
So many of them, and they don't shut up. They have it. It's like, can no one tell them, like, when someone else starts to talk, you just have to shut up.
And remember the night DeMar Hamlin got hurt?
Yeah. Oh, pathetic.
If I see a grown man cry
Yeah.
on TV one more time,
Yeah.
and I'm not saying I'm not compassionate about what happened to the young man. It was
Sure.
terrible. But could you imagine? Do you remember when John F. Kennedy got shot? We weren't born yet, but do you remember watching the video and Cronkite cracked up a little bit?
Yeah. But it was real.
He got crushed for that. You're a journalist. You don't cry during these stories.
Yeah.
Now it's like a badge of honor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
For these guys to start balling. Booger
who
was
can
out of
cry
his
more?
league. Yeah. Booger's out of his league. Lisa Salters could barely get a word out without crying.
Did you feel differently about the ex-players versus the media side?
I thought they all sounded like idiots.
So did I.
I didn't
Why
think
did
any
they get
of
so
them-
much praise? They acted like, let's put all these people in the Hall of Fame. I was
And
like,
every cliche in the book.
yes.
This is about more than football, man.
Of course.
Well, duh.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't need to be told. You're all the masters of the obvious. Well, you know what I would have done if I was ESPN? I'd have called in ABC News.
Yeah.
And said, get some pros in here who can
Yeah.
talk to us. What? No one got a doctor on. No one got a neurologist on. No one got a cardiac guy. I mean, give me some info.
I still haven't heard anyone broach the subject of, like, is his career officially over? Is there a possibility he could play again someday? And maybe it wasn't appropriate that night.
Right.
But, dude, how this would have gone back in the day.
And then Skip Bayless happened to ask, how can they possibly... He said, how
Skip
can I play
Bayless-
this game? But that was a good question.
And if you put it in the full context,
Right.
because Skip got murdered for that.
And
for that tweet.
I retweeted it and said, well, this is legit. Are we going to finish this game today?
Yeah.
It's an important game and it matters.
Yes.
And he was saying, how can they do
Yes.
this?
And if
they
you,
just
if you put it in the full context of the 3 tweets he had,
Yes.
it was far less harmful or insensitive.
But all the ex-players, man, you're a monster. Oh,
Yeah.
shut up. He's
Shut
not
up.
a monster. He's asking a legit question as a journalist, which is what
As
these
we
other
were-
people should have been asking.
as we were all doing in our living rooms.
Yes.
I'm sorry, no offense to Damar Hamlin.
Right.
Players get hurt. We've never seen him stop a game.
Okay, hold on. You just said something that, not you, but
Yeah.
they were saying that pissed me off. When they kept saying nothing like this has ever happened before.
Bullshit.
I said, I was there the night
I was
Reggie
there.
Brown died on the
Yeah.
field and he swallowed his
Were
tongue.
you in the locker room after that game?
No, I was there in the crowd. Were you in the locker room?
I was in the locker room after that game, and you know what it was? A fucking celebration. They were handing out T-shirts because Barry broke 2,000 yards.
And they won the division. They
Yeah.
did the playoffs.
Yeah.
And they say, it's never happened before. And I'm like, you're all idiots. And I'm pissed. Because not only did it happen there, Chuck Hughes died on the field.
Died on the field.
Mike
heart attack.
Utley's neck was broken on the field. Reggie Brown died on the field. This has happened before.
Yeah.
My enduring image of the night Reggie Brown was dying on the field was Lomas Brown and Kevin Glover running to get the gurney.
Johnny Morton. Johnny
and
Morton
who?
was one of them.
And Lomas.
Might have been Lomas.
And they were running to get a gurney.
Yeah.
And you know what? It was so quiet, and all you could hear, and I'm not saying this about women, you could hear them crying.
Yeah.
But because obviously they're high
I
pitched a
didn't
little
hear.
more.
We had a suite.
Yeah,
that
of course
season.
you did, Shooter.
Yeah, for that season, Riff had. We were competing with. I think it was 97-1 that was trying to get all the Lions' attention. So we were competing with them, and so one of the moves that that we made
Let's get players.
was get players, but then get a suite, take some listeners.
Yep.
And so I was just in charge of it.
Yeah.
So I was at practice every day, but then I'd go down to the locker room.
I used to go to practice all the time. I'm surprised I never met you.
Yeah. Were you there? My favorite day was there was a Monday night game, and Madden and Summerall came in.
I was not there for that.
And it was like they had these little tiny bleachers set up. I've told the story before. And there was like no one around. And it was like maybe a weekend or a Friday getting ready for a Monday night game. I think it was against the Rams. And I sat on these bleachers. So it was John and Pat.
Okay.
An empty bleacher seat, and then me. And I just basically got to sit over their shoulders and eavesdrop, these two watching this Lions practice. And to this day, I still don't know how John Madden never swore on the air, because he was the most foul-mouthed look at this cocksucker faggot over here. I mean, just brutal.
Really?
Calling people cunts and cocksuckers
Whoa.
the whole time. I could barely make out a word he was saying, because it was all motherfuck this and cocksucker that. And Summerall's just sitting there. They're just going back and forth
Right.
like, if America could actually hear this right now, this is amazing.
That's the broadcast I want to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
We love
The
it.
Madden cast
I wanna
on,
see the
on the
real
side
one.
channel, like the Eli and
Yeah.
I had the similar situation his rookie year. I walked out of practice at the Silverdome. They practiced in the bubble at the time and
Yeah.
in the stadium. And
Yeah.
I walked out, and there's
Whose
this
rookie year was this?
Barry's.
Barry's, okay.
And I walk out, and I don't even know Barry from Adam. I mean, I'd never met him before. And I walk out, and there's this black kid, young black guy, sitting on the back of his shitty car. I think it might have been a Nova.
Oh, wow.
And he's sitting, I don't remember the car, but he's sitting there talking to two fans. And I walk by, and I walk up, and I say hello. I don't even know who he is. And we chatted for a half an hour with these two fans just about nothing. And then he introduced himself. I'm Barry. How are you?
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. He
Yeah.
was the nicest guy ever, the most unassuming.
Well, he would do that with Troy and those guys at Oakland when T was going
Really?
to Oakland.
Yeah.
He would come up and hoop with
Yeah, we
Yeah.
play ball.
Good dude. He was
Yeah,
such
they
a
were.
good dude.
Yeah, just the nicest guys.
I don't
And when you
want
get them out of that
quiet,
environment,
humble.
you
Wait,
know.
I don't want him playing basketball with you.
I was
hacks.
amazed.
He
Oh,
stepped
I was
on his
amazed that
ankle.
they were. Fuck yeah. But
And he could ball, too.
quickest first
he?
step I ever saw in my whole life.
Yeah.
Barry's.
Shocked.
Jab step. Going.
It was unbelievable. But yeah, I really loved covering those Lion teams. Jerry
Yeah.
Ball was there.
They were
and-
fun. Matt Russell, Pete Kraplevich,
Yep.
those were my guys.
You
Those
know,
were-
Russell came up yesterday because he was the last time two Lions made the all-rookie team. He was one of them
Really?
in '97, right?
Yeah.
Him and,
yep.
He was a cornerback, Bryant Westbrook.
Brian Westbrook, sure.
Yep. And then before that, it was Benny Blades and Chris Spielman.
Oh,
88.
okay. All right.
So yeah, his name just came up, Russell.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. But yeah,
Love
those were
Russell.
good dudes.
He's had some trouble here and there. And,
Has he? Was he
yeah.
Colorado linebacker?
He was. He won the Buckus Award.
Yeah,
for best
yeah.
linebacker in the country. But he was right-hand man to Elway for all these years. So he's been with the
Okay.
Broncos. And then he got a DUI, and it doesn't surprise me. Me and him had some fucking nights.
How
man.
many nights could we have all been busted? I'm
my
fortunate.
God, all of them.
All of them.
It's funny because we used to all go to Snookers on Woodward every Friday
Oh, yeah,
night. We were
yeah.
at the Fan because the owner was our friend, and I lived a half mile away.
Yeah.
So I didn't care. But one night, Wojo says to me, one of us is going to get popped eventually. And I'm like, I hope it ain't me.
Yeah, yeah.
And then one night we pull out and he gets pulled over.
Woj?
Yeah.
Oh.
Cop let him go. He must not have been that drunk because he just let him go.
Back in those days, they'd give you a lot more of a break. And if you were a big personality, I mean, I got
Now
pulled
they
over.
love pulling you over.
Yeah. I used to get pulled over literally every morning driving to Riff. Every
Drunk?
morning. No.
Oh.
But just speeding my ass
I'm
off.
like, wait a minute.
No, I was probably high on something, but
Right,
not
right.
drinking. But they'd always, and if you dared give one of us a ticket, and we mentioned it on the air, and the other cops would beat that cop's ass. They'd be
That's
all over
great.
him. Like, you fucking gave him a ticket. Are you out of your mind? Like,
I never get out of ticket. I got one in Ohio last week.
well, that's Ohio.
Some
Fuck
prick.
Ohio. Yeah. No, but I was going back
Wearing
to
shit like that, what do you expect?
Well, I have Virginia license plates, though.
Oh, yeah, right.
I was going to ask you about it because as I'm watching these hacks on TV and
Yeah.
Maurice Jones-Drew
Shut
and Michael, who was the fullback T that went to Penn State and was a 49er.
Robinson?
Michael Robinson.
I know him pretty well.
Do you?
He worked at my station in Richmond.
But dude, they don't stop talking over each other. And I don't know if it's personality, but can no one step into these guys and go, look, when you guys are shouting over each other, when the host is trying to go to break,
Like Shannon Sharp.
oh my God, it's unlistenable. Garbage.
I don't watch jocks.
No.
I don't. You know, I mean, literally, there's 3 or 4 shows I listen to, period.
Yeah.
Ben Shapiro's one of them because I feel like he doesn't lie and he's smart. If I want sports, I don't listen to a lot of sports guys, especially on TV, because I
Yeah.
think they're, by and large, not bright. I mean, I like RG3, but he's not really a commentator.
Yeah, he's not bad. He's surprised me.
Sam Acho, I think, has some talent.
I think Steve Young's not bad.
Steve Young's not bad. But the
You
ones
know, but
who-
you're talking about really smart guys. You're talking about quarterbacks in the
Right.
NFL. He was a lawyer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, these are not dummies.
Orlovsky is another good one.
Orlovsky's great.
yeah, but he's a lying slapdick.
He is.
But, you know, there's very few. I don't care about analysis. I just watch games and shut it off.
That's
like,
how Troy is, man.
I'm the
He's
same
turned
way.
me onto it.
I don't do pregame shows. I don't do
need to hear,
postgame
I don't need to hear
shows.
these heads. I know what they're fucking talking about.
If Art Regner's not screaming at me in the postgame, I'm not listening.
Yeah.
You know,
That's so funny because I used to get up, like set an alarm after a night of out at the bar, like,
Yeah.
to make sure I'm up by 10 a.m. to catch game day or whatever the NFL.
not interested.
Dude. No.
Give me the inactives at 11 o'clock.
Well, and even in college, like, you know what I like about college? I like to get up and watch game day start, and then I'm about my day till kickoff.
Yeah.
Because I like the game day thing.
Yeah. The energy and,
But I
and
don't,
that stuff. But
you know, I like to read a few signs. That's always been fun.
Yep. What's your
but-
favorite one? Do you have a favorite one?
Which one? A sign?
Yeah.
Oh, Lee Corso wears a merkin.
Oh, that's pretty good.
You know what a merkin is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a pubic wig.
Pubic wig. Yeah.
come on, of course we know that.
Only you guys would know it. No one else
Fuck
knows
yeah.
it.
I want to bone Linda Cohn. BOHNCOHN.
I want a bone cone.
I want to bone Linda Cohn was funny. We need a new car with less miles.
Yep.
That's
in
a
the
great
day.
one back in the
Yep.
day. CARR and less miles, obviously, Linda LSU.
There was one that said Urban Meyer gave somebody AIDS, which I couldn't believe got on TV. I'm like, no one went out and grabbed that one.
Really?
And then, but the only one I like to watch, I think Sam Ponder's adorable. I'll
She
watch
is.
her all day long.
She's good.
And she's smart, too.
Yeah,
She knows her
yeah.
football because she's been around it so long.
Yeah.
I love her. I hate Maria Taylor.
Is she the tall black chick?
Yeah, because of the way she got her job.
Because of the way she got the job. That's
And she's
the only
talented.
reason. She is.
But she screwed Susie Colbert to get
Yes.
that job, and I'm not down with that.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason I look at her sideways too. And
Otherwise, she would have been
I hate
fine.
having that feeling
I
like,
know.
oh, are you filling a quota to have this role? Who got fucked over for you to have
She
this
stabbed
role?
Colbert so bad. Was it Colbert?
Or was it Rachel?
No,
Rachel Nichols. It was
Yeah,
Rachel Nichols. And it was so bad what she did to
I'm
her.
trying to remember how that went down. 'cause
She recorded. Rachel
lost
had
a
an
couple
open
things.
camera in her room because she would do hits for ESPN. Camera was on, and she's on the phone saying, "No, my contract says I'm doing NBA today." Blah blah blah. Or
Right,
whatever.
right.
And some asshole Maria set it up to record her, unbeknownst to her,
Yeah.
bitching about Maria Taylor.
Yeah.
And it was like, whoa, that's low.
Yeah.
That's really because somebody released the tape.
Yep. Oh, yeah. And as a cisgendered white woman
Yeah.
facing off against a black chick. And,
And there
It's
really
not
wasn't
fair.
anything wrong with what she said, in all honesty. It was
No,
just
she has
the
a
fact-
contract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, really, what she said, but it's amazing how people lose their mind over that shit these days.
Yeah.
You know, the
Yeah.
repercussions.
well,
for
this
that.
quota filling shit that we're
Yeah.
doing, I don't know if you saw, and we don't need to get into the politics of it, but that someone going for nomination on a federal bench or something, and one of the Republicans is grilling her, and it's like, okay, it's a Biden nominee, looks like a woman of color, of course, check. We're just checking boxes. And he's like, how do you feel? Can you explain Article 5 of the Constitution? She's just like,
Was this Kentucky
that's-
Brown?
No.
no.
This is just the other day.
Even
She's
better.
like, it slips my mind. And he's like, okay, can you explain Article 2 of the Constitution? She's like, that also slips my mind. And it's like, You're supposed to be on the bench interpreting the Constitution.
The problem is we haven't sent our best and brightest to D.C. in a long time.
No.
I mean, what about the Santos clown?
Oh my God.
I mean, what do we even know if he's the right person?
At this point, like, it's just comical.
Yeah.
You know?
Him, AOC, Elon Omar, these are not smart people.
No.
You know, and we sent them there. But okay, if you're in Congress, if you're in the House, I'm fine, because it's supposed to be the House of Commoners, basically.
Right.
You know, it's a takeoff of the House of Commons in the British parliamentary system. But the Senate's not. The Senate's supposed to be accomplished, academic, smart people. There's idiots all over there,
What
too.
are we doing?
Yeah. What the hell is going on here?
Yeah, it's too bad, man. Like, I just know that you can see the ineptitude all you want, but it's so covered up, and the media does such a good job on their end. I mean,
They
it's
don't
horrible.
do a good job.
No,
though.
it's horrible for the American people.
They don't vet anybody.
No, they don't. And how does a George Santos get through? How do these people, you know, Adam Schiff? It's like if you're on a side, you're not willing to even hear what's going on. The Project Veritas video that came out.
Oh my God.
I mean, I don't know where you land on James O'Keefe and Project Veritas.
I love him. He's doing the job the media is supposed to do, or the journalists are supposed to do. And you can bitch all you want. It's not deceptively edited.
No.
It's just raw footage.
That's the worst when they're like that. As if any piece of fucking video you're getting for a news outlet isn't horribly edited. That doesn't mean taken out of context.
Right.
Big difference. I spent my career making comedy bits out of
Right.
people by chopping them up and making them say, you know,
Goofy
whatever.
stuff, right.
Whatever you wanted them to say. You can bleep words that
I liked when you guys would
swear
take the
words.
books on tape and cut them up.
The books on tape?
Like you would, when they would be narrated by the person.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah, we got some from Obama there where he dropped the N-bomb and stuff. And, you know, but, you know, yeah, it's just crazy how these people, and now we're at a point where it's like, that Project Veritas video should bury people. Like that, the one about Pfizer, and it's like, no, this is getting suppressed on Google. It's not getting
taken
play,
off Google.
Taken off Google. It's not getting play on mainstream media at all. Like 0 seconds of coverage. How the hell is this going on?
It's criminal. Really.
And it's just like, oh, just say it's a conspiracy theory. Who cares? They're conspiracy.
It doesn't fit your narrative. But when you watch the video, if it wasn't real, that guy wouldn't have melted down that way. But what you saw was a guy's career getting flushed.
Oh yeah,
and that's why he lost his mind.
Oh, the power of a good blowjob for that guy. I mean, he thought that guy was going to be sucking his dick later that night, and he was willing to spill all of it.
He thought he was bragging.
Yeah.
To try to get sex, right? Because it was a grinder date, right?
It was. I don't know if it was grinder, but he was definitely on a date with what he thought was some dude. He thought he was on a date, and you know, hey, I'm sorry, guerrilla reporting. If you're not going to do it, if you're not going to take that profession seriously and actually do the reporting,
right,
then you're going to need guerrilla warfare type tactics like this, where it's like, okay, and I'd love to talk to James and just be like, how far has one of your guys gone? Have you ever gotten to a position where it's like,
where you got the gag ball in your mouth and you're on all fours?
I need to finish this story, man.
Right. But the O'Keefe stuff, though, look, I don't seek out O'Keefe, but when stuff comes out, I watch it.
That's what I do.
And I'll tell you how interesting it is. My 19-year-old called me and said, "Dad, are you watching this video?" And he just didn't get into this stuff at all. He is probably a bit of a lib, a traditional lib. My oldest. He says,
what we think of old school lib?
Yeah, a traditional Clinton Democrat, like my wife is.
Young. You mean?
Yeah, he's a young kid. Like, eventually, I think he'll be on our side. My youngest already is. The oldest, leans a little. That's just how those kids that age are. So he calls me, he goes, "Man, the libs are melting down on this." I said, "Really?" And he goes, "Oh." And he goes, "And Mom won't even watch it."
See, that's
my wife won't even watch it.
Why?
Because she's a lib.
I know. It just doesn't make any sense, though. It's like, wait a minute, this affects you too.
Don't you want to know?
Yes.
If they're dicking around with these mRNA, vaccines and viruses, I want to know that. I got vaccinated.
So did I.
And I want to know if I need to go to my doctor and say, keep an eye on my heart, keep an eye on, the clotting and stuff like, because I got it after. I don't listen to anyone on TV. I said to my doctor, should I get it? He said, I think it's safe.
Yeah.
So I got it.
Yeah.
I only talk to my doctor. Like, I don't care. Mike Walters told me to get a fucking vaccine, right? I don't care if Don Lemon's on TV telling me this.
Of course.
But I don't think the vaccine's killing people. I really don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I know a lot of people do.
Well, no. It's just
You're gonna
the
find out.
It's just the shadiness about it when
Will you, though?
Pfizer wants 75 years before they need to produce stuff. That's what their goal was. And
It'll
it's like,
come out.
I see what you're doing here, and no, you don't get that.
Right.
You don't get that. We're all paying billions and billions of dollars to these clowns.
Right.
Should we watch that guy melt down at the end?
Well, keep in mind that, yeah, we should watch that, but keep
Yeah.
in mind, the mRNA virus is also what they're hoping will cure cancer. So I'm
Right.
kind of hoping it works.
Yeah.
And all future viruses are going to be, or virus vaccines are going to be mRNA. They're not going to do the live viruses anymore. So they better get it right.
Right.
And we better know how it better be transparent.
Yeah.
So this guy is clearly a gay executive
For Pfizer.
and he thinks he's on a date. We played some of it the other day, so I'm not going to play the 9-minute video where he's braggadocious
Yeah.
and he's just mowing out. Thinks he's on a date,
Right.
And then
So I'm going to get laid.
he thinks he's getting laid for sure, and so he's willing to spill his guts about everything that we
Among
knew.
other things.
Yeah, about everything we sort of knew already, but
Uh-huh.
it just kind of confirmed everything. And then James O'Keefe comes in, and the
Like
jig
Chris
is up,
Hansen.
man.
Like
Yeah,
Chris
yeah.
Hansen back in the day.
Right.
Exactly.
Why don't you have a
Can
seat
I
over
have a
there?
seat over here
What's in the bag? Condoms and a chicken sandwich.
and a fifth of vodka.
Zimas.
So this is him melting down. Of course, he goes to racism. Of course, he goes like,
All of it.
yeah.
Yep.
Go ahead, T. You want to play some?
Guys do not want the public to know that you guys are doing directed evolution.
Bro, what's going on here? That feels like an interview.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's freaking me out. I mean, these like flashbacks to that like sting organization of like those conservative people who like randomly go into organizations and then like befriend people who work in these organizations and then report them.
He sniffed it out.
To
Oh, yeah.
people at Pfizer. So it's like freaks me out when people start asking a lot of questions about work.
Too late, pal.
Yeah. Why would back on this company?
Because I just want to know the answer.
I'm not about you recording me. Oh my god.
Oh my God, are you recording me? You better not be recording me.
Here he comes. Here comes Chris Hansen.
Here, why don't you have a seat over here?
Is this seat taken?
Look at his face.
Hi. You work
Now
for
he knows.
Pfizer. My question for you is, why does Pfizer want to hide from the public the fact that they're mutating the COVID viruses?
Is this real life? What is
Is this real life? Yeah. This is the end of yours, is
Yes,
what it is.
it is. Yeah.
what is going on here? This is absurd.
Why does Pfizer want to hide from the public that they're mutating the COVID virus?
Oh my god.
You're on video. You're on video.
Who are you going to call?
Yeah.
Mutating the
Cops.
COVID virus.
Dad?
I need to call the police right now.
Yeah, good luck
sure.
with that.
They'll be right there.
I don't know
Yep.
what's going on either. This is ridiculous.
So you're on video. I'm a journalist.
Bro, first of all, I'm literally a liar.
He's
I'm a
on
liar.
video.
Whoa.
You're saying we're exploring how
I'm a liar.
He admits he was trying to get blown, basically.
I really need the cops here right now.
So
What is this?
please do.
Sorry, this is
Please do call the police.
This is insane.
Call the police.
Look at the guys in the back going, what the hell?
You're gonna call the police.
She just wants him out of her place.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. This is just bad for
Asking him a
business.
question.
Look
Please
at
do
him.
call the police.
Look at him, Keith.
Please do.
Look at him. What a dick.
He's on tape
I
here
love
talking
him.
about mutating the COVID virus. Can I talk to you outside about this?
Absolutely not. You cannot use my likeness on this. What is your name?
Yeah, you don't know how this works, pal.
You really did. I'm about to sue you. This is absurd.
Please
you
do.
had someone mock me as if they're going on a date to
Yep.
record me. You don't even know my position at this. I was trying to.
You got honeypotted, pal.
Yep.
What's your lying.
Classic honeypot.
I'm not even a scientist by background. You know,
What
and I
is your
came from a
position?
consulting firm that does business.
Please,
This is
please,
absurd.
please don't touch me.
This is absurd.
Please don't touch me. My favorite line.
I
Please
know.
do call the cops. Please do.
Go ahead.
Why would you call the cops if you have nothing to hide? But you did. So he's obviously having one of the most outrageous reactions I've ever seen.
Oh, it gets
in
so
the
much
history of
better,
Project
too.
Veritas. He's threatening to call the police. Okay.
They literally-
Grab the microphone.
Trying to explain himself to the wait
And
staff.
they're like, get the hell away from
Right,
us.
he needs a friend anywhere.
Yeah.
I need an ally.
This is great. He goes to racism, too, which is just
What'd he
fantastic.
say?
Watch.
Do you want to put me in jail for asking you a question? What is the intention of calling the police?
They have like no one's injured right now. We have several witnesses.
Can I talk to you, please, about this video?
Watch this. 4 or 5 white people.
Why would you bring race into this?
Please bring the cops as soon as possible. It was very unsafe.
We have you on
Unsafe.
tape.
Keywords.
Of course.
Very unsafe with 4 or 5 white people in the restaurant.
Keyword unsafe. But he's going to call
May I
cops?
show
Yeah.
you the video?
No, I want to call the police, but please don't let them leave.
Do we have to leave?
What exactly is he going to file a police report on?
Asking questions.
Yeah.
You know, just leave.
Do you want me to
I
leave?
want the police to come here and steal them, you people.
Do you-
Because this is...
You people.
Can I ask you?
You
about this
people.
video?
You
Please.
told them about how he was
Please.
lying to impress
Here,
a date?
just was it true what you
What
said?
is this? No. I literally was on a third date with a guy, and like normal men,
Third date.
you lie to impress a date.
Oh, is
Like
that what you
normal
do?
men.
Like normal men, you just
Right.
lie to impress a date?
I think we all know enough about gay guys that if this is the third date, somebody already came.
Somebody, yeah.
Somebody already came. There's
busted a
no
nut
way.
somewhere, yeah.
There's no fucking way that a load has not been shed
Yeah.
to get to this third date.
There's no shame involved. Like, oh, you're going to think less of me if I put out. No.
Do you work
I'm
for?
a contractor. What the fuck are you
Do you currently work for Pfizer? Yes or no? Do you currently work for Pfizer? Yes or no?
He's pulling up his resume.
Please, I want the cops to be here.
So you don't work for Pfizer?
You can't do this, people.
He doesn't want me to leave, ma'am.
Make up your mind.
Look at the schnoz on O'Keefe, though.
Look at
Look at
But he
him.
doesn't want me to leave. So I'm in a little bit of a predicament because
He's got bad hair, too.
she's asking me to leave, but he doesn't want me to leave.
Look at him.
Where does he flip out and
So
start
what you
throwing
get?
shit?
Soon.
Isn't that coming up?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He grabs the iPad.
These people.
Here he goes. Here he goes.
I was on
Hi, you're on
He's
a
on
video
the
here.
he's on the attack now. He's on the
Here he
offensive.
goes.
Pfizer is.
I'll record you.
I love when they start whipping out their phones.
Yeah.
Look, here we go. Here we go.
What are you talking about?
Well, this is not. By the way,
He's got dual fucking iPads,
He
too.
was just working
Oh,
for the
yeah.
company to literally help the public.
why do you want to hide it from the
I don't know who
public?
you people are, and I can't believe I'm going to trust the one.
Why do you want to hide it from
I'm
the
never going to
public?
trust someone after that.
Years of therapy ahead for this guy.
I'm a real
If you
person.
suspect that mutating COVID virus, is this the way the virus started in Wuhan?
Yeah, he
Why do you think it's okay
He's fixing
for
to lose
Pfizer
it
do
right
that?
now.
We were sitting on a date. They used to
Like,
yeah,
she cares.
He's yeah, I know. Dude, the guy's trying to
He's filming
fucking
these
box up
restaurant
pizzas.
owners.
Leave him alone.
She just
All
wants him to get
of my
out.
fucking restaurant,
I
please.
don't know why he's filming her.
He doesn't know what to do. That's why,
Would you
James.
like me to leave? 'Cause
This is
he
some
won't-
random-
He's asking me not to
and
leave.
fuck
And
did I
he's
just walk
consenting
into?
Wait
to
till
my
the other
presence.
guy comes in.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
are we allowed to just stay and
That
ask
guy.
a few questions? It's pretty remarkable that they call the police on us every time we show up and ask questions. Every time.
Yeah.
You say Pfizer is planning on doing research in the future, then claim that there's an ongoing research about that, and that there better not be any more outbreaks.
He is. You're right, Troy.
Which
He's
is it?
desperate
He's
to find a
a
friend.
Anybody,
Yeah.
anybody,
he
somebody
can-
take my side,
He
please.
needs a friend in that restaurant.
Okay.
Why are there no black people working here? Shit.
Here he
Do
goes.
not
Here he
leave.
What's that? They locked us in.
Here he goes. Here he goes.
Oh, they locked you in there. Sounds like a
Do you want us to leave or not?
kidnapping charge.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, grab yourself a kidnapping charge.
Man, we're trying to leave, but you locked us in here.
Locked the zinny.
Now he's in the kitchen. I don't think
What's
you're
he
supposed to be
doing
back there.
behind the
Right,
bar?
exactly. You shouldn't be back there.
No.
Can you please unlock your
What a
door?
shit show.
Can you unlock the door?
Is there not like a thing that you can
It's
just
just-
unlock it?
It's just chaos.
Yeah. No one knows what to do. Is he just thinking his career's cooked? Is that what
Yes.
he's trying to
He's-
save right
he's
now?
Scrambling.
He's seeing his
right now.
his career go right in
Yeah.
the crapper now.
Scrambling.
That's what I thought when I
He's
was. Look at the other guy's cleaning back there.
trying to shut it down for the night.
He's like, this is just gonna delay me
cover
getting
your
the beer
face-
tonight.
Cover your face now.
Watch this. Here's the push right here.
Yeah. Give me that. Give me that. I'm gonna break it. Yeah, that'll fix everything.
Oh yeah.
Look at the guy falling the back.
Look at him crawling around.
my
the
God,
Sir,
look at him.
Have you no shame?
Oh, no, none whatsoever.
Look at this dude.
Look at his face.
Oh yeah, because that's how.
No.
That's how.
Don't record me. The camera guy's just like,
That's how
yeah.
technology
And then
works.
he throws it. He throws it to break it. Watch.
Yeah.
Oh, just break it. Oh man.
Something tells me.
Oh!
Oh yeah, get some. Something tells me it's not going to be a very impressive throw. It's just a guess.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's kind of sad.
What is going on here? You cannot just record people like that.
Sure you
It's
can.
not okay.
Come on.
It's not okay.
It's okay for him to grab the iPad and whip it across the restaurant.
Or lock a bunch of people in.
This is remarkable.
This is funny though. Watch
what
this.
you just witnessed here.
He jumps in front of the wrong car
in
and
the
stops the wrong
restaurant.
car at the end. Watch.
Oh,
Come on,
does he?
guys.
Yeah.
Where's
He's
the-
like
where's the
stopping
car?
some rando.
Where's the vehicle?
Keep walking.
Come on. This is insane. You just
feel
witnessed one of the
terrible
most
for him, though.
remarkable interactions ever. Do we have the iPad? So we're getting into the vehicle now. Where's our car?
This is funny. He believed it's a rando.
Right?
Cops, they're right there. No.
It's not them. They're already gone.
Right?
Charging the guy, charging.
I can't make an arrest at this point if you don't have the victim right here.
Okay. 'Cause if he was here, you'd arrest that guy?
If he was here.
Oh, then we could just.
No, you wouldn't.
Crazy.
On
So-
what?
so
Based
Jordan-
on what?
Jordan Walker
He
would have
wouldn't
been
have.
arrested.
He would have arrested Walker.
Oh.
Not O'Keefe.
for breaking
Oh,
his
yeah.
iPad. Or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah.
for
I gotcha.
assault.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, for assault.
That was crazy. I mean, I feel bad for the guy, but you also got to hold people accountable.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
don't feel
and,
bad for him.
And the media is not going to do it.
No.
So the
No,
legacy
that's the whole
media,
point.
right?
Legacy media won't help out.
gotta
And
take
what do
it
you
back.
want them to do?
They used to be the bulwark against stuff like this. They
Yeah.
ask those questions, but they don't do that anymore. It's all, it's all politicized.
Yeah, and it's too bad because this should just be a horrible story for the country.
This
that-
should
that
end Pfizer.
should end
You would
Pfizer.
think.
Yeah. And
big.
instead, it's like, oh, James O'Keefe, we think he's more conservative. Well, just because he's filming all the shenanigans you're pulling on the left.
Well,
I
he's
mean,
getting trashed online, and I'm like, why would you trash him?
yeah.
Because disparaging. That's all it
But
is.
he didn't do
Discredit.
anything. He literally just showed you the video
Of
you know,
yourself.
and you got set up. And that's how it used to work.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
It is, and it's too bad because unfortunately, the people that need to see that video to open their eyes
Don't
a little
care.
bit don't care.
Like your wife.
They won't buy it. They
My
won't.
wife won't even watch it.
Yeah, no, I know that's the problem.
Yep,
just
and I watched CNN last night for the first time in a long time. Watched the pregame show, and nothing happened there.
Yeah.
They didn't explain. They didn't show the video there either.
no.
It's crazy.
Of course not.
I can't believe we've gotten to that point where it's like maybe we just ignore it. Who cares?
Yeah.
What are they going to do?
No
Yeah.
one cares.
And it's
That's
like
it. Just
yeah.
don't cover it.
Right.
The other
And if it gets
video-
too much traction, then you start,
Like with
just
Hunter Biden.
berating it.
With the Hunter
Biden
Biden,
was-
if they ignored it till they couldn't.
Yeah.
And,
And even then,
And they
don't
still,
take
yeah.
it
lip
seriously.
service. Lip service.
Yeah.
lip service at best.
Yeah.
At best, to be able to say we did, we talked about it a little bit. We gave it a little bit, but you didn't. And
No.
to act like, oh, these crazy right wingers that just want to see Hunter Biden's dick. This is a man in crisis.
It's all about
like,
Hunter's dick
no,
pics.
No. This has nothing to do with Hunter Biden's dick pics. It's so much bigger than that.
Let's
If you
talk
think
about the
this
big
is-
guy.
If you think this is a Hunter
10%.
Biden story, you're out of your mind.
10% for the big guy.
Yeah, but if nobody wants to see it or care, it's like the other one that'll be interesting to see how it plays out is what is going on with that Paul Pelosi video.
They finally released
No,
it.
no clue. They just show up at the door in his underpants.
Should we watch a little bit of that?
Sure, I mean,
because
it's
I still
weird.
have. I only saw some still pictures of it. I haven't even seen.
Oh, the video,
actual
is
video
so
yet.
Weird.
yeah,
I don't even know what the hell's going on. I'm like, why is he in there and they're just hanging out like it's a like a party and they got in a quarrel?
yeah.
That's-
Why does he have a beer in his hand? I thought he was just aroused from sleep at 2 a.m. by a
Exactly.
stranger and stumbled out.
So many
no,
questions.
He's in his fucking underwear and he's got a cocktail.
Right? He's like, hey, sailor, here I am. I mean,
Although I think Paulie probably sleeps with a cocktail in his hand.
yeah,
Maybe.
Well,
yeah, maybe.
Ben drives.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's watch.
gotta
So
see
this is the cops figuring out what address, and they I really don't know. I don't think they know it's the Pelosi's house.
The cops don't.
The cops
Yeah,
don't.
they're just getting.
even
an
though
address.
even though he is on the 911 call going, my wife Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah,
Where's
yeah.
the Capitol Police? Like the 911 people would know, right?
Yeah.
He was dropping names.
Yeah, they don't. He likes to do that. He got that on his DUI.
Yeah.
My wife's Nancy Pelosi. All right, so here we go. Police arriving, Pacific Heights home.
Yeah, literally sitting there.
Hi.
Look at the smiles on their faces.
Look at them.
What's
Hi,
going
guys.
on, man?
What the?
Wait, I gotta see that. Hold on. I just gotta see that little like how this.
Yeah,
What are they
literally
doing?
sitting there. Hi. How you doing?
Hey guys.
They're holding the hammer.
What's going on, man?
Everything's good.
Hi.
Look at
Drop
that
the
smile.
hammer.
Nope.
Nope.
What is going on right now?
Oh man, that's brutal.
Yeah.
Did you hear him down the floor gurgling?
No.
He got hit pretty well.
Oh,
Pretty
yeah.
hard.
It's a good swing. That's exactly what I said.
Look at him.
All we're going to know is that they're going to show that the door opens up and he hits him with a hammer. They're like, see? It's a violent attack.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
This is San Francisco Police. Do you need help?
No.
Well, there's a gentleman here just waiting for my wife to come back.
Nancy
Nancy
Pelosi.
Pelosi.
Speaker of the House.
He's just waiting for her to come back, but she's not going to be here for a day, so I guess we'll have to wait.
Maybe the dumbest 911
Okay, do
operator
you need
ever.
police, fire, or medical for anything?
No.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
why did you call?
Yeah.
Is the Capitol Police around?
Oh.
No, this is
He's
San
talking in
Francisco.
My
code.
wife,
Yeah,
they're usually here at the house protecting my wife.
No,
But
this is
gentleman
San
came in.
Francisco Police.
Well,
Okay,
what-
bitch.
well,
Can
hold
you
on.
help us out here a little bit?
What's he? I mean, you say he's talking in code, and that was what they kept saying. Like he was so brave in how he did this, but
Yeah.
he's literally talking to 911. He's asking for the Capitol Police. So it's not really in code. If this guy's listening to him, he knows he's talking to fucking 911. I mean, what code?
Yeah.
No, because he's saying.
The Capitol Police are normally here. I want
I
maybe
think he's
they're
trying to signal to her that something's not right.
Yes.
but.
And this
By-
911 operator
But then
is
at that
a
point,
moron.
why wouldn't you go? Do you need police or fire? Then why wouldn't you go? Yes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Maybe.
You don't
Yeah.
know you don't know what she said. Why wouldn't you go? No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Say probably.
it's weird.
Maybe.
It's
yeah.
weird.
So the code thing, fuck off. It just doesn't.
What do you
add
think's
up.
happening here, T. Roy?
No, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. Then why'd you call 911 if they ask you if you need somebody? And no, I think he probably wants the Capitol Police because of some sort of connection or something.
Yeah.
He might have.
Oh,
He
yeah.
knows it's going to be quiet if he gets a hold of Capitol Police because
Yeah,
they
they've
probably
walked
have a
in on him
history.
with
They know
myriad
what's
guys
going
over
on.
the years, probably.
But he doesn't have.
Where's Mike and John? The guys that are normally here. That
He doesn't
see me
have
in
them
my
on,
underwear.
on speed dial.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Nancy probably does. This is fucking.
He
Pauly
should
P.
too, though.
Yeah,
You would think
you would
Yeah.
think. But
Yeah. And that house is usually under 24-hour
when she's there.
when she's there, but she's not
I
there.
know, but I think all their properties are under some sort of security protection.
I don't know. I think
Whatever.
only her. I don't think only she is.
But it's so weird. Like I said, you had the opportunity right there to, when she
Wouldn't
said you
you-
need police, fire, or emergency or whatever.
Do you guys
and
put
you
any
say, "I don't
stock
think
in
so."
how you would react? Like, oh, you don't know how you would react in a really stressful or emergency situation. No one knows how they would behave until that moment hits
Right,
you,
yeah.
and it's hard to give someone shit because you don't know how you would react.
Well, he was in the bathroom alone for a long time.
Right,
Right,
He was
exactly.
protected.
but that shit at the door. Don't you think anything other than running at the police, going
Exactly.
help, help, help?
Exactly. As soon as that
This
door opens,
nut
help
job
me.
broke into my house. He's trying to murder me.
Yeah, let go of the hammer and run out the door.
Run out the door. Let them deal with
Or
it.
take the hammer and punch him in his own face with
Whatever.
it. Bam, bam, like you
And-
do with your kids.
You want to
Boom,
talk in
boom, boom.
code when you call 911? Go. Yeah. Can I get a large pepperoni pizza, please?
Right, right.
Immediately to the house.
to this address.
Yeah.
Here's
Lots
my
of
address.
bacon, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Lots of
exactly.
pigs.
Yeah.
Lots of bacon.
Extra
on it.
bacon. Yeah.
Extra bacon. All the bacon you have.
Slather it with bacon.
Nothing but bacon. And the more the merrier. Yeah, no, it's such a weird thing. And Paul Pelosi is not. Look, he's worth hundreds of millions of dollars.
Sure. Now.
He's an older white gentleman. He's not someone who's going to naturally be afraid of the police. So if you had some guy that grew up in the hood and has not gone along with the police, and you go, yeah, man, the last thing I'm going to do is charge at a cop.
Right.
Drop the hammer and charge at a cop. For all I know, he's going to shoot me. Paul Pelosi does not have that thought going through
And the
his head.
cops aren't afraid of Paul Pelosi.
Hell no.
No. And maybe this
No.
guy was like, hey, the cops are here. Be cool or I'm going to fucking whack you with this hammer. Get rid of them. And maybe Paul was trying to downplay it like, hey, guys. Yeah, no, yeah. But it's just.
I wonder if we'll
fucking
ever know
doesn't.
what was going on.
No, God, no. No way.
Some people are saying, why did this guy change clothes from when he was breaking in to when he's in the house? So
He
there's-
knew the guy. I
there's
swear
gotta-
he knows the
there-
guy.
Exactly. There has to be more to this.
Yeah.
This wasn't him just,
They're also saying
where's
that
Nancy? Where's Nancy?
they give you an outside perspective camera shot where he's
Right.
breaking the window, and they're like, whatever hole he made there is not how he came in the house
No.
because he wouldn't have been big enough. He's too big to fit through that thing. So
I mean,
who
did you
knows
see
what's
his
going
ass
on there.
crack? He's
Yeah,
huge.
he's huge. Is that real? The video that's going around today that he called into a local radio station?
No, I didn't hear it. What is it?
And he's like, the American public owes me a thank you or you're welcome. It was going to, I thought, see if you can find it, T.
This is what DePape called?
Yeah, DePape. And I was like, this has to be fake. But there were a bunch of verified accounts that were like, apparently this is real.
Really?
Yes.
And
Like yesterday he
Well,
did.
surprising. Google doesn't seem to know anything of what I'm talking about.
Yeah. No, they're just throwing their hands up. I don't know.
Go to Twitter and search it because if it's out there, Twitter will have
Elon
it.
will have
Thanks
it.
to Elon.
Yeah,
Yep.
I got
It's crazy.
Paul Pelosi attacker David DePape makes chilling call to TV station. I'm so sorry I
it
didn't get
KTVU?
more of them. KTVU San Francisco.
Yeah, play some of that.
Yeah.
There's audio of him calling in, and I was like, this can't be real.
Let's see. Is this
He's
it?
not in jail?
Yes. What did you want? Thank you for calling me. What did you want? What did you want?
Baba Booey.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Now that you all have seen the body cam footage, I have an important message.
Can you pull that up so we can read
for
it?
everyone in America?
Let me see.
You're welcome, America.
The process of trying to set up a new site out of the reach of tyrannical global homo fascists and their
What the
internet censors.
Hold on. Let me start that over. Sorry.
Okay, so what do you want to say?
There
Because
he
they released, as you know, they released the video earlier today.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yes. What did you want? Thank you for calling me. What did you want? What did you want to tell me?
Now that you all have seen the body cam footage,
Now that you've all seen the body cam,
important message.
an important message for everyone in America.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Freedom of liberty isn't dying.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah.
Systematically and deliberately. The people
Spoken like a
doing it
true
have names and
libtard
addresses.
idiot.
So I got their names and addresses so I could pay them a little visit and have a heart-to-heart chat about their bad behavior. The tree of liberty needs watering. You
The
need
tree of
men
liberty
valor.
needs watering.
People willing to put their own lives on the line to stand in opposition to tyranny.
So I don't know, man. I mean, they're acting like this is a real call.
I don't want this inbred speaking for me.
No, with liberty on the line.
Shut up.
Right.
Look at him. Shut up.
Yeah.
You're an idiot.
Yeah.
He's like a bad Twitter troll.
Yeah.
You know, give me a break. Smart enough people. There's smarter people standing up for liberty than this dude.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
For sure. The other weird thing too is, you know, there's nothing funny about an 80-plus-year-old man getting attacked with a hammer.
No.
Like, everybody's willing to be on his side. This is not like the libs who will just, they don't give a shit. They're
Right.
glad.
When Rush died,
When
how
Rush
they
died,
treated him.
yeah. Just doing the same thing to Diamond now, Diamond and Silk, not
Oh, yeah.
whatever.
It's pathetic.
It's pathetic. But the right wouldn't have done that to Paul Pelosi.
No.
People would make a few
Felt bad
jokes.
for him.
They would feel bad for him. There's something weird about that video. Why does he have a cocktail in his hand that he's holding
like
the whole
Troy
time?
said, though, he always has a cocktail in his hand.
I know.
It's permanently glued.
Yeah. And that's funny. That's funny, but it goes against what we'd heard the original narrative of
course.
He was just like woken up at 2 a.m.
Right.
The last thing you would do in
I woke
that
up at 2 this
emergency-
morning in Porta Vodka.
Sure. But the last thing you would do, if someone honestly was breaking into your residence, looking for your wife, they've got a weapon, the last thing you do is be like, hold on a second,
I'd be
bro, I gotta
walking my
grab a beer.
my wife to the door and saying, "Here you go."
Take it,
Close
especially if it was Nancy
lock.
Pelosi.
Right.
Have her.
Take her.
Take my wife, please.
Take her. She had a nice rack back in the day, but now
yeah.
not so much.
Not so much.
What's the timeline from the time he broke in to the time he hits him with a hammer?
Good question.
How long is that?
I don't know, but people are questioning
He
the
went in the bathroom
timestamps too.
forever.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, this isn't 10 minutes. Like this was.
I think there was 30 minutes between
was gonna say-
break-in and cops
I
showing
was gonna say, I
up.
think
So
that was
they're-
like close to an hour
Yeah.
or something. So, what's going on? I mean, and now all of a sudden
I
he
think
hits
we
him
all
with
know
a
what's
hammer.
going on.
Yeah.
They're
Wait, what's your theory?
Somebody was
Go
gonna hit
ahead,
with a
spit it
hammer.
out.
I would not put it past that Paul Pelosi had some sort of, you know, if I don't know, maybe he's into
Spit it out.
some kinky shit, some
Deep
gay
dicking.
shit, and
Spit it out.
And he's got some dude that'll come over at 2 a.m. and hang out with him. The guy's clearly off.
Why wouldn't the guy? But why wouldn't
Rocks,
the Pape
but-
say that? Why would he call a radio station and say this kind of stuff? He just went on this whole thing about he's got this 300-page manifesto and he's exposing all this stuff. I looked up their addresses. I paid him a visit to expose their bad behavior. You know, it just lends more credibility to the story that's being told.
Yeah. And maybe that's true.
Yeah.
First off, anything that we don't believe, that's their fault.
Sure.
Because
That's
of
true.
the
True.
way they behaved
Yep.
has led us down this road where it's like, I don't want to question that. I want to be able to trust the authorities or government officials when they go, Yeah, it's horrible. This nut job tried to break into the speaker of the house.
And here's the video.
Hey, here's
Right.
the video.
Right.
But no, you took 3 months to release the video.
Yep.
And it looks fucking weird. I'm sorry. His
It does.
911 call is weird.
Something's not right.
Answering the doors,
Something's
something
not
is
right.
off there.
Yeah.
And that's not a left-right thing. It's just that you wouldn't think that's
There's no
how humans would
transparency.
behave.
It doesn't
No.
add up. So, I mean, if you can explain all the weird things that go on here, which should be easy to explain if there's nothing weird going
And
on.
if it's simply look, hey, Paul Pelosi says, look, I'm 84 years old or whatever. I was confused. I didn't really know what was going on. And you go, I feel sorry for the guy. But there's just something odd about that 911 call. And
I said that one especially. Because when they say, do you need help? And he says, I don't think so.
I don't think so. Like, you could easily go,
could say anything.
oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
No, we're
yep.
having a great time here. But yes, absolutely.
Yep.
Me and my friend hanging out. Yes, absolutely. We're having a good time. Like, he would have no idea what you were talking about.
Exactly. That's
so to go, I don't think so.
Unless it was on speakerphone.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, that
then why-
911 operator needs to get her shit together, too. You need to be able
Well,
to.
she had sending them out there, obviously, at some point. So,
Yeah.
But if it's on speakerphone,
then the guy knows you're on
then the
with
guy
the
knows
cops.
you're sitting. He's going to stand there and let you call the cops. Like,
True.
It's too much. Too many
I
questions.
thought he was in the bathroom making
Supposedly
the
he
911
was. Was the
call.
story?
Supposedly.
Yes.
So no one could have heard him anyway.
So no one was going to hear him anyway. So I mean, again, like there's just so many questions that you don't have answered that makes you go, all right, what the fuck?
Yeah, what's going on there?
Yeah. But and hey, I've got an imagination that runs wild. And
When they
so
don't tell you the truth.
Yep. When you time and time again don't be real with what you know, or you try to hide stuff or act like
Shenanigans.
I'm crazy.
But I think that's what happens.
Shenanigans are abound, and
That's
I'm not.
what happens in politics when you don't tell people the truth.
Yep.
They start running with it.
Yep.
And that's
And
why
I go right to gay sex. Sorry.
you do.
Yep, we're going right to gay sex with this one. The way you're holding hands with that hammer, it looks a little rubbery on one end of it. I don't know what that hammer was. Christ's sakes.
Nice bell end for make sure it doesn't slip out.
All right, let's clean it up a little bit, gentlemen. We're going too far.
Gentlemen, you mean you?
Yeah. Well, yeah. How was your trip to Florida?
Good. Key West is amazing.
Dude, what
Always.
do you get a job at Grand Rapids? You're there for a day, and then they ship you down to Florida?
And they go, everything's negotiated in, man.
Really?
I got my parking and a trip to Key West.
What was going on in Key West? There was a rock show?
The Rock Island Music Fest, 38 Special, Tesla, Styx.
God, that sounds awful.
Styx was great.
REO Speedwagon.
No, but I love REO.
Yeah.
But
Loverboy?
Loverboy was there. Yes. Everybody. He sounded great, but he's big fat dude now.
Yeah.
Is it Kevin? What's his name?
Who? Loverboy?
Yeah.
Mike Reno.
Mike Reno. Okay.
Yeah.
So how many original guys were with these bands?
Well, it was interesting. The drummer from Guns N' Roses was there, and
Steven Adler?
He was there, and they sounded great. The new singer, younger guy,
he
sounded just
doing
like Guns N' Roses.
tunes?
Yeah, all of them. Yeah, it was great. I didn't go to Tesla because
Tesla's great.
Here's the only
They are.
problem is I don't know anything about a lot of these bands, and I didn't want to sit through 15 songs I didn't know to hear the one I knew at the end.
Signs everywhere.
Yeah, Tesla. They redid that too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the original 5-man electrical band.
I knew.
All
Okay,
right?
5-man acoustic
You know.
electrical. Yeah.
And then, but Styx, I knew every tune. That was sweet, and they sounded good. They got a Dennis D. Young impersonator, basically.
Okay. Yeah.
he did the whole
do
thing.
that now, man.
Yep.
It's great. Yeah.
Who else? Loverboy sounded really good for guy.
So
who's,
what were you doing? Did you bring
We
listeners?
took listeners down.
Okay.
And then
did they give you access to the bands and shit? Were you
they
guys doing interviews?
Some of them, yeah,
Yeah.
but not. I mean, we didn't talk to Styx or anything.
Yeah.
But it really was more just like a week to hang out with some listeners. We did our show, but that was nothing. That's easy to do when you're down there.
Yeah. Well, how long is your show? 4 hours? 3 hours?
Well, it's 4 hours, but you know how at 9 o'clock a lot of stations go to the music.
Yep.
But we do re-rack some stuff in the 9 that we might have done earlier.
Yeah.
So it's a 4-hour show. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a great time. Key West is amazing. I used to own property there.
Really?
So I went down and was just checking it out, man, like old times.
Yeah.
Without my wife.
Nice.
Which was nice.
Get away.
Yeah, it was. It was fun. You know, and it's good bonding for the show. Me, Travis, and Michelle got a chance to hang out and have dinner and drinks and stuff. And,
Yeah.
you know, go to Sunset and chill out. It was just Key West. You been there?
Yeah, I have. It's been many years.
So good. I'm going back every year now.
Yeah.
I told my wife, I said, why did we stop coming here every winter?
Yeah.
She said, well, because we moved to Texas.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, now that we're back in the cold, we're going back to Key West.
Yeah.
Every February.
Yeah,
Take
yeah.
my kids down and just chill.
Yeah.
Sitting by the pool. You should see my feet are burned.
Are they?
Because I thought I was under an umbrella, but apparently my feet weren't
Sticking out.
Oh, burn. How long were you there? A week?
The whole week, 6 days. Yeah.
You got the sandal strap across? Or?
Oh yeah. Sandal strap.
That's how it goes.
And I had sun on my head for a few days. I got some color still, but it's amazing down there.
Yeah.
There's no better place.
Flying to Miami and then drive down?
No, we flew right into Key
flew
West.
right into it?
Yeah. From Grand Rapids to Charlotte to Key West. Got our scooters. Drove everywhere. It was
Nice.
so good.
Nice.
So good.
Jealous.
Yeah.
Jealous. So do you want to, we've waited long enough. Do you want to take this opportunity to publicly apologize
For
your attitude on
the Lions?
the Lions?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did they make the playoffs?
They did not.
Well, then shut up.
No. You
They didn't
got to
make the
admit.
playoffs.
You got to admit. That got exciting as shit.
All right. I'll admit.
Come on.
I'll admit they started 1-6.
Yeah.
They did.
No.
I'll admit they blew the game against the Panthers
Do
to
you
make the
admit
playoffs.
that
Nothing
making-
changed.
That making fun of Dan Campbell is just a meathead.
He's still a
is-
meathead,
So-
but I like him. I want him to be successful. He's fun.
Sounds like it.
But I don't believe he's a brilliant coach.
Do you think he's the right coach for this job in this town?
I don't think there's any coach that's right for the Lions. I mean, he's Wayne Fonts, and Wayne Fonts made the playoffs too. But when he, again, I won't apologize
This
for
team
shit.
had to have looked different to you, though.
Yeah, like when they blew it to Carolina.
Yeah, that
didn't look different.
No, that didn't. That's called reading your own.
What about
press.
going into Lambeau and beating
They've
Green
done
Bay
that
and knock 'em
before,
out?
and
Okay.
Green Bay sucks.
Dude,
You
winning
are just
3
a
road
hater.
games. Yeah, you're sounding like a hater. This was exciting.
I'm sorry if I'm being honest.
you have
It
to
wasn't
admit it-
exciting.
How was it?
Here's
not
why it's
exciting?
not exciting.
What
Because
did
they
win,
weren't
6 of 8 in the end.
Okay, but here's why it's not exciting. Number one, you knew they weren't making the playoffs. The minute you saw the Rams show up without Matthew Stafford at quarterback, you knew Seattle would win, and you knew they weren't making the playoffs. When they lost to Carolina, it was the same.
That was a close game, though.
Oh, no, it wasn't.
The Seattle one, Rams.
Oh,
he's
no, I'm
talking
talking
about
about
Carolina.
Carolina was not
Carolina
close.
was the
They gave
They
up
fucked
900
up.
yards rushing.
If you wanted to convince me, go to Carolina and beat those shit boxes.
Yeah.
Beat them.
Yeah.
And then, look.
and they didn't make any
They're
adjustments.
not there.
too.
There's growing pains.
I will. Here's what I'll give them. I like that the guys they drafted played.
Yes.
And played well. That's a positive. That never happened in the past. I like that Dan seems to motivate these guys to play. But you still cannot start 1-6 and then go on the road with all the marbles, all the marbles on the line and shit yourself.
Yeah.
That's why I'm pissed.
Yeah.
You win that game, then you get in the playoff, and you beat a team you've already beaten.
Yeah.
They beat all the playoff teams that they would have played, and they would.
Don't you think it would have been exciting if they had gotten in? I
If
know
they got
we're
in,
dealing in what ifs, but
Hey, win a playoff game and I'm back.
if they had gotten into the postseason, they could have been a real fucking problem for
They
people.
could have won a game.
Yeah,
They could have won a
I mean, they
couple
weren't
games.
going anywhere because there's just better teams at the top of the
Right.
NFC. And they're still my team, don't get me wrong, but you can't start 1-6.
No, obviously.
That's
can't.
that's stupid.
And I don't like to do the second half of the season. Like, yeah, we've even seen this.
It's
Lions
called the
team-
season for a reason.
Well, we've seen them before go 7-1 down the stretch, just miss the playoffs, and it's like, oh, next year's our year,
And then they
suck.
they win 4 games.
I feel
So-
like this is different, though.
Okay,
I-
yeah. Stop that. Stop that.
you don't.
Here's what.
You honestly don't feel like it's any different.
No, not yet. Okay. Nothing's changed.
What do you need to see?
Playoff win.
Playoff win. Well, they can't get into a playoff win next year, like before.
If they don't make the playoffs next year, you
Yeah.
got to fire him.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, I mean, the Tigers should have fired the numbnut they have. He took a great team that was poised to make the playoffs and put them in the shitter again.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how do you know? Momentum doesn't carry over from season to season. That's the
I
biggest
know.
misnomer going.
You're right.
To say that the momentum will carry over is just.
But to have the pieces.
Do you have the pieces?
Enough that Ben Johnson's like, I'm not taking any more interviews. I feel like we're building something special here. I mean, look. Yeah, but look what it did to what's his name in Tampa, Byron Leftwich. Everyone thought he was going to be the next whiz bang head coach somewhere, and now he's just fucking gone.
Well, if you have Tom
So
Brady,
there's a risk.
you look good. The thing is you don't know next year. Here's the thing about football: you don't know who's getting hurt next year. Goff gets hurt, you're fucked.
Yeah,
I mean, if what if Jamal Williams isn't good again next year? I mean, he was great this year.
Yeah.
He's not going to score 17 touchdowns next year. What if Aiden twists his ankle and doesn't play? all that stuff happens, and they have no depth. They have no backup quarterback.
They can't have depth yet.
Yeah,
Why can't they have a backup quarterback? Why
well, that
don't
I
you go
don't know.
get Baker Mayfield
Yeah.
when he's available and bring him in and say, hey, if things don't work out, you could be the starter. Instead, they go get Nate Sudfeld.
Well, they had shit for-
ensuring they're fucked if someone gets hurt.
They had zero money this year too.
They have tons of money.
Now coming into this year, there was too much fucking dead money.
Yeah, but you tell Baker Mayfield, we'll sign you for whatever and we'll backload it. I mean, if you want him, I don't know that you want him.
I don't know that you want him either. Yeah.
That's my example.
What would you do with them in the draft?
All defense, and then I'd get a quarterback late.
Yep.
And a developmental guy. I wanted Michael Penix from Washington. I was hoping he'd come out.
I think of him from Indiana, but sure.
Yeah, I wanted him in the 4th or 5th round, but he's not coming out. So, but
Penix isn't?
No, he's
Feels
going
like
back.
what is he, a
6
ninth-year
years.
senior?
6 year. COVID year. They all get COVID years.
6 years. Wow.
He's going to be
feels
really
like he's been
good.
around forever.
I think Bo Nix is playing his 6th year too, isn't he?
Really?
In Oregon.
He's staying again. He's staying too.
Yeah, but I would take all defense. I want a defensive lineman, a cornerback, and a linebacker.
That's what they're looking at right now. I mean, all the mock drafts.
All
are saying-
defense.
Yep.
They're first because they have what 3 picks in the top 40.
Yep.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yep.
I want all D. All defense.
there,
I
right,
feel like
right
they'll
up the
do
middle.
that.
You don't need anyone on offense. You can get a receiver, maybe. You
That's what I said. Exactly. You are set. There's not
I
one
feel
player.
like you're set there. You've got Jamal. Jamal's going to be a baller, man.
You don't know. He's old. Running backs' legs fall off after
No,
5
I
years.
I mean Jameson. Or who's
the
our
receiver,
receiver?
yeah. Jameson.
Jameson
Williams is going to be. Yeah,
He's
he'll have
going
a
to be
full
a
year of
fucking
him.
stud. He'll be back off.
Well, I'm not drafting another receiver.
No,
God,
hell no.
You don't have to take an
with
offensive
Amon
player,
Ross St.
period.
Brown and him. You don't need. No.
And what's his face?
You want to try and take some
Yeah,
O-line
yeah.
depth, maybe. Later
Sure.
if you want to you take a flyer on a couple of guys.
But you could take those guys late.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm saying. Later on, but
Why do you need to take a flyer? Why do both of you insist on taking this late round quarterback?
developmental.
You've got a young Goff is young.
Yeah, but Goff's fine. But you need some quarterbacks get hurt. You need guys
Well,
who
go
can
get
play.
a competent backup. You're not going to get that out of a late round rookie.
Yeah, but you got to have a developmental guy in your system. You do.
Yeah.
I mean, he may never play, but
coming from a Niners guy with your Brock Purdy,
No, no,
it shows,
I
it shows
get it.
how important it is to have somebody.
somebody who
I get it.
Look, Goff has been lucky, man. That guy doesn't get hurt.
Right.
But he's lucky because his offensive line's amazing. But it doesn't hurt you to grab a late round quarterback.
No, not for a few years.
And sit his ass on the bench, teach him how to run. And when Goff gets hurt, because it'll happen, quarterbacks get hurt every year, you have a guy. But I'm not saying draft his replacement. I'm fine with Goff. I've
I am
always
too.
been fine with
Yeah,
Goff.
me too.
And now he's cheap. He's not even a top 10 paid quarterback after this year. You know, I looked at the list the other day. I'm like,
What is he, 2025? Something like that? 30?
33?
33?
I want to say he's 30 something, but that's cheap now.
Yeah.
You know, he's
going
I
right.
think he's 9 or 10 or something in terms of how much he makes. And if you can keep his contract, the formula's been get a guy in his first deal.
Yep.
Because they're cheap. But that's kind of changing a little bit. You got to get. I think what they should do is take Goff and try to give him a Mahomes deal where you keep him long term, spread that money out with incentives and stuff. And
Wasn't Mahomes like a really specific just for
very
Kansas?
very good deal for Kansas City.
But great for Kansas City, but killer for him too. I mean, he turned into a quarter billionaire.
If he hits certain things, yeah, but he will.
He will.
But I would try to do something like that. I love Goff. I'm not. I like him better than Stafford, to be honest with you, and I like Stafford a lot.
Yep.
But I think Goff. I think he's going to be fine.
I thought Goff was garbage.
He makes some mistakes.
No.
A lot do.
I couldn't have been more impressed with Goff this year.
He's been to a Super Bowl.
You don't have a quarterback controversy anymore.
No.
You just don't.
But you got to have someone behind you.
Yeah, of course. Every team, especially good ones, when you're building that, and you're just starting to take some steps in the right direction, those teams don't tend to have a competent backup. But when you get where you're a good, solid competing team, you better have a legit 1.5.
Well, here's the
what I
thing,
mean?
though. And you say, why not just go get one? Who's going to want to come there and be the backup?
Right.
That's the problem. Like, Purdy's going to want to leave when his deal's up.
Purdy's going to be their starting quarterback.
If either way, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, then Trey Lance will be available.
No, they keep them both. Why?
Lance is
The
gonna wanna
talk
start.
in the Bay Area is
Lance can take a hike.
He's going to want to play somewhere.
dude.
who's
The
gonna give him the money?
talk in the Bay Area is what those media outlets right in San Francisco think. What do you think his value is?
Who?
Trey Lance.
Not great.
What
Just
do you,
hasn't
what do
shown
you think?
enough.
Their opinion is, what do you think they could get for Trey Lance? Right now?
the first round pick.
Third.
A third, yeah.
It's about right.
Third.
It's about right. It
Dude, they gave up two
Yeah.
number ones and two twos. or
drops
something.
quick, man. If you don't perform, it drops quick.
Car
We've
loses
seen
20%
that.
as soon as you drive it off the lot.
There are kids playing in college right now that are older than Trey Lance. He's
Last
young
year,
as
it's
shit.
the same thing with Baker, though. He was a starter, and then he was nothing overnight. Oh, for a guy who hasn't played in a year,
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson. So, yeah, I mean,
What do you think of the we're going into championship weekend? Probably most people won't hear this till Monday, so I apologize. But what do you think? Good matchups. It seems like we've got 4 absolute stud franchises.
probably the 4 best teams.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that are available. I hope the Niners win.
Me too.
I hate
Thank you.
Philly.
I appreciate that.
They might be better.
Yeah.
I think so. I'm worried about it, but I'm a pessimist. I'm worried that every time my team takes the field, they're going to lose. But this week, it's like
Philly
the
might be
Niners,
better.
The Niners struggle with running quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Period. They just do. I hope it's enough to put a spy on him and contain it. Every time I think, the old adage, defense wins championships, and then I'm like, yeah, but not against this offense. And defense just does. They come out and they just do. Defenses win championships. So
For the most part.
I wouldn't put it past them. But this Eagles team, all 3 phases, looks great. At home, that doesn't scare me as much.
I hate Eagle fans, though.
Yeah.
I just want them to lose.
Because of Santa Claus, because of Michael Irvin, just in general.
They're just assholes.
Yeah.
I mean, I live there. And they take great pride in being assholes.
Yeah.
I hate them. I hate them. I want them to lose everything. And I went there for the Lion playoff game in 3, 2, 1? I don't know. 95, the year they got smoked. Right?
Yeah.
93.
No, they got smoked by Washington in
No,
91.
they got smoked 35.
Oh, yeah.
Something.
It's a 7 or 3 or
Scott
something.
Mitchell.
Yeah.
And I went there and they were just pricks. I mean, just vile people. It's not a nice group of people.
No. Which is wild, because I've been to a million NFL stadiums when I
That's the worst.
Really, I've never been to Philly, but
Not close.
I've worn 49er gear in the Silverdome. I've worn.
The Lions are relatively.
They can be prickish, but they were pretty cool.
But
And the people around you would be
not
really nice.
intimidating. They're non-threatening.
No, they were
Neither
when I
is
was
a
when I was a
49ers
little
jersey.
kid, and I was probably 12. So
Yeah.
it's not like someone's gonna kick
In
me
Philly, kids in Lion jerseys were getting in your face,
Yeah.
calling them names when I was there. Little
Really?
kids in tears because the Lions were getting smoked. Philly fans in their face go, "F
Yeah.
you losers," and I'm like,
Yeah,
"You
yeah,
guys
yeah.
are classy."
Yeah, the whole Michael Irvin stuff when it looked
Yep.
like he was paralyzed on the field. And
Oh, yeah.
cheering for that Santa Claus.
Clowns.
I get it. But
All clowns.
so
And then I like Joe Burrow, but I want
Burrow.
Mahomes to win.
Burrow. It looks as legit as they come to me. I think the Bengals can take care of business, man.
I don't care who wins that game. I kind of like both those teams.
Yeah.
But I do like Mahomes' style of play. I just love to watch him sling it around.
So let's say miracle. The Niners beat the Eagles early, and so that's
Then they
one
win the
half
Super Bowl.
Really?
I think so.
Well, I would love that. But would you rather have a Bengals Niners rematch or a Chiefs Niners rematch?
Well, the Bengals Niners was here.
Yeah.
In 82.
16, yeah, Super Bowl 16.
Yep. It was Montana against Ken Anderson.
Yep.
And I was out. I didn't go to the game because I was too young, and my uncle had 12 tickets. Wouldn't take me because I couldn't go partying with him. I mean, I was 13 years old, 14 years old.
You know what pisses me off? My grandfather had season tickets to Candlestick, and so could get Super Bowl tickets for that game. I think they were $25 or $50,
Right.
and we were living here. And he was like, my grandpa was like, oh, I should have just got those and sent them
Yeah,
to
really?
you. It's like,
What an idiot am I?
But he had first dibs as a season
Right.
ticket holder to Candlestick. So, yeah.
Would you bust your wallet to go see the Lions in the Super Bowl?
No.
No, you just watch on TV?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
No interest.
I've been seeing it live. No.
If the Lions, I hate going to Super
None,
Bowls. I've been to 2. Have you been?
No.
I've been to 2. It
Which
sucks.
2? Did you go to Detroit?
I went to
obviously?
Tom Brady's first one and
Oh,
John
wow.
Elway's second one in San Diego.
So
I went to the first Super Bowl after 9/11 in New Orleans.
Really?
I stood in security lines with Magic Johnson and Cal Ripken. Nobody walked right in.
Really?
Nobody.
Wow.
They were right next to me, man. And then I went to San Diego, and that was awesome. You know, the one where Elway beat Packers and did the helicopter?
yeah.
I was right in front of me.
Really?
Yeah.
How did you pay for those or did you
No, they were junkets with Westwood One.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which is a syndicator.
Back in the day when you could do that.
Well, because we carried those games on my station, and they invited my GM, and my GM's like, I don't want to go. You go. Take your wife. I wasn't married. He said, take your girlfriend. So we went to San Diego. And then the other one, do you remember Body Solutions? It was like an endorsement where you just take 2 tablespoons of
yeah.
body solutions
Yeah,
before
right.
bed.
Yeah.
Oh, to
They
lose
sent
weight or
everyone to New Orleans.
No shit.
Yeah, one
Really?
year. Yeah, it was a scam.
So what was that? The Rams? That
Rams
was
Patriots.
Brady's first.
Yep.
Yeah. That must have been amazing.
It was
because
great.
you must have been a huge Brady fan.
Yeah, and he-
especially early on, Michigan
Oh
guy.
yeah, yep.
Yeah.
And I was sitting by Jamie and Lucky, was it Jamie and Stoney and Wojo, Stoney, and they were like, Jesus Christ, Tom Brady just won the freaking Super Bowl, man.
Yeah.
It was amazing. But I will only go back to the Super Bowl with my kids when the Lions are in it, which will never happen. So I'll never
But
go
it'll
again.
cost you thousands to go to that Super Bowl.
It's the experience, man. When I'm
worth
dead,
it.
my kids will say, "Went with the old man."
Yeah,
The old man cried when that team won.
Can you imagine?
Everybody says not in my
Hey,
lifetime.
but I'll
You'll
tell
have
you,
a chance.
last year when we went to the Ohio State game, I went with my best friend of 35 years. I went with my oldest son, and then with my brother. And that's a memory we'll all have. It was amazing. It was just an amazing afternoon. You know, I told my kid, you'll be able to tell everyone you were there with the old man when they broke the curse.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
because I used to tell him, brother, it wasn't like this. That's how I talked to my oldest brother.
Yeah.
We used to beat Ohio State's ass all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
And he'd
For a
only
decade.
seen 1 win in his life.
Crazy.
Now he's seen 3, and we went to the Big Ten championship game last year. So it's
Nice.
we're buying memories now.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I talked to Troy about this. I've said it many times on the show, but as a lifelong 49er fan, it was just kind of beat into us as, toddlers with my dad.
Right,
They
that
were
you'll win.
Such super fans. They sucked then. But,
Yep, back
then
before
81
DeBartolo.
happened.
Yep.
And so I've gone through
They were a laughing
seven.
stock.
They were a total. So were the Patriots. The
Oh,
Patriots,
people
when we were
forget
kids,
they had that one in '85 with Irving Fryer. And
they got smoked by the Bears.
Yep. Oh,
smoked.
just bored out.
Yeah, Tony Eason years. I mean, they were a joke. The Niners though. So I had 5 for 5 in Super Bowls wins, right? Going from the 80s to the 90s. They've gone to a couple more, haven't won them. They've been to 3 of the last 4 championship games, including this weekend. Lions fans haven't gotten to experience any.
Ford
of
Field's
that.
never hosted a playoff game.
No. And when
It's
that
22
breaks
years
through,
old.
when that breaks through, it's going to be you thought it was exciting in 96, 97 around here for the Wings. You have no idea. I think and we've even talked about this, Greg. I think it'll be off the charts.
The Lions own this town when they're decent.
Yeah.
I think the Tigers are second, Red Wings third, Pistons fourth in
Yeah.
terms of who owns what. But if the Lions could ever get their shit together, they would paint this town Honolulu blue and silver.
Yeah.
It's just, but they can never get it right.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm skeptical next season. If they start 1-6 again, and it's like, what the? That would be my full
You don't
expectation.
see that though, right? You don't expect them to go 1-6.
I
to
don't
start.
expect it, but it wouldn't surprise me.
Did
a
they
bit.
play different than other Lions teams to you when you watch them? If you're being honest about it,
I think
they played different.
In what sense?
As
Because they
a
didn't play
team.
different against Carolina.
No,
Which
take the
pisses me
Carolina
off.
game out.
But you can't. That cost them everything.
It cost them everything. And Troy and I had been saying for weeks, you lose one, you're out.
Right.
You,
And they
you got to
shoulda
win
won
out.
them all. They should have won them
They
all.
should have won them all. And I don't know if you've watched it. Have you watched the Brady documentary, The Man in the Arena?
No, but let me just real quick.
Okay.
The Packer game looked a little different. They came back
When they knew that
It was-
they had nothing to play for, and it was, you know what, fuck them,
and still went
in there and did it.
To
That
fuck
was
Rodgers.
exactly.
Yeah.
That was a good sign for me.
Yeah,
I
the Brady
started watching
documentary.
the Brady documentary, Man in the Arena. It's 7-8 parts.
Where is
it? ESPN Plus.
I hate ESPN.
Dude,
I don't have a
it
Plus
is
account.
the best fucking documentary. And I was watching that. I was like halfway through it when that Carolina game came up.
Oh.
And after watching Brady and the way he prepared, like he was a rookie who was the underdog, who couldn't get it done. And I'm talking 5 Super Bowl wins in. This is his attitude. He prepares every week like
Isn't
it's
it
his
6?
first or his last. What?
Isn't it 6 Super Bowls?
7.
It's
wins.
7.
He's been to 10 or 9.
Every other year.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But after watching that, it was like, oh, I get it. For a guy like Brady, and it lined up so perfectly with that Lions-Carolina game because it was like, oh, this team's read its own press,
Right.
thinks they're the hot shit in the league now. They've got it all figured out, and they went and got their dicks kicked.
Isn't that on Campbell?
Sure.
I think on some level,
But Brady never did that.
Nope.
Never. He
I know we don't-
recognized this league for what it was. And then the Lions got back on track, but it cost him everything.
Right.
Carolina
That
game
ruined the
cost them
season, that game.
Well,
Well,
and
and the
that
1-6 start in that game.
Yeah.
That might do more long-term good. I mean, you say there's no moral victories and or bad,
course there are
good
for Lion
losses. No, but that might be.
You won the moral Super Bowl this year, brother.
No. What I mean is that loss might do more long-term good.
We'll see
Than-
if those
than the
guys are
win.
if those guys are even around.
If they are, if they're
players.
not, yeah.
Like that's why I always said like last year and the year before when they're like, oh, these players play for Dan Campbell. I'm like, half of these losers won't even be on the roster
Right.
when they're ready to
Deservedly
win.
so.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. They're still my team either
Yeah.
way. But needless to say that I was really. I hadn't been pissed about a Lions game in years.
Yeah, me
I
too.
just
I
don't give a
was
shit.
too.
But it was like you fucking
Just
go
started
there.
to reel you in as a fan. Lots of guys were like, all right, it is a new regime. What do they got? And that was kind of the game. People went, we're on to something, and we should kick their ass.
It's no different than the Chicago field goal that got Gary Moeller fired. It's no different than the Redskin game where Barry Sanders gained 2 yards.
2 yards, yeah.
It's like I've seen all this shit. It's no different than Tucker kicking a 98-yard field goal. I've seen it all, so I don't usually get mad. But I was like, don't tell me you're different.
Yeah.
And then go down and lay an egg.
That sucked. It really did. But they turned it around from then. And
after it was too late.
Next year will be the barometer. Next year we'll see what this if there's something to this whole Dan Campbell thing. And
I hope he wins. I
Be awesome,
loved
man.
covering Wayne Fonts.
Yeah.
Because Wayne was a good dude.
Was he doing blow?
Oh, probably.
You think that Cocaine Wayne stories are true?
I've been told by ex-players that it's absolutely true.
Yeah.
And I love the guy. He would go to Dunleavy's, which was around the back of where our station was, and then he'd wander over half in the bag and go on the air with stuff.
Oh my God.
So good.
Crazy.
He's like, ask me anything, guys, ask me anything. How much you had to drink, Wayne?
Yeah.
He was such a good dude, though.
Anything but that.
Yeah.
Isn't that great when those coaches do that, though, and let
love
their
it.
guard down? Who was it? Cowboys coach went on the air and was like, I guarantee we're going to win this game. Jimmy Johnson.
Oh, Jimmy.
And the guys were like, really, coach?
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah. I guarantee coach had a bunch of Heinekens in him before he said that, and he even admitted.
Oh,
yeah.
big time. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
I
like,
love
thank God my guys got my back. But,
right.
yeah,
They covered for me.
it's fantastic.
It's so good.
So who do you got for the Super Bowl then? You got these 4 powerhouse teams: Eagles, Niners.
I'm taking Cincinnati against the Eagles.
Okay,
Probably.
that's.
I just think
fair.
the Eagles are better than the Niners at this moment. And I think maybe midnight strikes on
because
Purdy.
Yeah, that could be. But we did get to see the Eagles team for a month that, obviously they
Without
had
Hurts.
Minshew in there. But they didn't look like the same team in all 3 phases. And then they went out and kicked the snot out of the Giants. Who cares? The Giants suck.
blow.
Who cares?
The Lions kicked the snot out
So
of the
they're
Giants.
not going to run into that with the Niners.
Didn't
the Niners.
the Lions beat the Giants?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. On the road.
Badly, right?
They almost came back, and they made it a game with the
No.
Eagles week 1.
No, they
lost
didn't.
by
It was
3.
that late touchdown that beat. Was that the Jet game? That was a Jet game. They beat the Giants up.
They beat
didn't
the
they?
Giants up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Yeah, they-
handled the Giants. Yeah.
And that Jets, that's how they normally lose those games.
Yeah.
That fucking screen to the tight end that goes
Yeah.
for 50 yards. Like, that's how they normally lose
That
those.
looked different.
Right. So when that was the one that went our way, like those are the things you start seeing.
That one
going,
and the Packer one.
Yeah.
The game.
Yeah.
Those are games that normally are just
And it's a
pissed
process.
away.
Man. No, nobody thought they were there. It's about getting there. And I
Yeah.
think that these were good steps.
I'm not
at
interested
least
in the
this year.
process anymore
Well,
because
I
I'm
mean,
in my 50s now.
That's
Yeah.
fair. That's
Yeah.
fair.
I get it.
But
I get it.
you gotta walk before you can run.
But you know what? As much as I have been a homer, and as much as I don't think they'll do much and this and that. To me, as a fan who has, thank God, I got my Niners. They're going to be legit. They're going to come to play every year for the most part. So I've got that. So I can kind of
It's
watch
no
the Lions
fun
with a
when they're
different
out
eye.
there. Like if they win, you don't celebrate, do you?
Yeah, you do.
He runs around in his underwear. It's crazy. Every week.
Weird.
8 weeks
But
in
at
a
the
row.
same
It's been
time,
weird.
it's not like 97 with the wings around here.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like when you've won it a bunch, it's like, yeah, it's awesome.
I mean, you're not stalking players at gas stations and taking
No.
pictures with them.
Yeah, I stand by that.
Mr.
No problem.
Hutchinson, can I have a picture with you?
My friends will never believe me, Hutch.
This is going to be super great.
No, dude, I used to have years where my
sign my
Giants, my Giants were doing great in the World Series, and I've got like official Giants pants, jersey, cleats, hat, gloves, the whole works, and I'd watch the game like that. Niners games, shoulder pads.
How old were you?
40.
Oh, 4? Wait, 4 or
40.
In shoulder pads?
Dude, yeah, I had all the
helmet,
shit.
everything.
Helmet, eye black. I can do that.
How long you been hanging with dudes,
And
brother?
dude, this was by myself. Chris Newberg's ragged on me for years when
He
this
should.
came out. Yeah. I would do that in my living room by myself, just for fun. Helmet on, everything. Jersey, yeah.
To each their own.
I have official game worn NFL pants.
Stay away from him.
Niners pants and
Stay
shit.
away.
Yeah.
Stay far away.
Yeah.
I don't do that now. Now you're not going to get me anything but sweatpants and a t-shirt.
Oh, really? Well, at least you're not putting the girl cheerleader outfit on the Niner
right?
chicks wear.
Not yet. I'm thinking about it.
You should.
Transition.
You should. Troy might love it.
Yeah.
No,
Sure.
Nope, not a fan.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Absolutely not.
Not
Dude,
that kind of show.
it's so good to see you again. I'm glad you came
Yeah.
in, and we got to do this more often. I know it's the first time from the new year.
Yeah, and I'll be down here more often. You know, like not every week, but most weeks I'll try to motor down here.
Awesome.
I'll visit my girlfriend and
Excellent.
go from there.
Love it. Cece, being your girlfriend?
I love her.
Yeah.
Why'd you farm her off when I walked in the door?
You know what? Beth was going to take her, because we're going to go to dinner later, so I was just going to, I'm like, yeah,
I
why
got
don't
2
you
quick
take her?
pets, and then she was gone. And she wanted no part of me because she had her damn collar on.
Yeah.
Her harness, she was like ready to go.
Yeah,
I got
she
love.
Wanted out.
Yeah,
She wanted
not
out.
cool, dude.
We'll make sure and give you some. Dude, she wanted to leave a half hour earlier. I'm
Did
like,
she really?
If you leave with this fucking dog and Henson gets here, he is not going to be happy.
I was
This
going to
will
be
not go
pissed.
well.
But I did get a couple of pets in. So
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Plenty more to come.
Yes.
All right, brother.
All right, man.
why
Good to see
don't
you
we
guys.
Wrap up? Yeah, you too. I'm happy for you. Glad for the new
Thank you.
show and all that.
Appreciate it.
It's
Check out the
great,
show.
yeah.
Let me know what you think.
Yeah. Where can people find it?
You can find it at WLAV.com. You can listen live on the iHeart app, or you can download the WLAV app if you don't mind putting another app on your phone. But it's 6 to 10 Monday through Friday. I think it's pretty funny. We've only been on the air 6 weeks. It'll get better.
Yep.
If you liked us in the past, you'll like us now because it's a lot of the same.
Yep.
But we're trying to do some new things too. So I think it's funny. I hope people find it funny. So,
Yeah, I can't wait to check it out.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
The podcasts are at WLAV.com.
There you
just
go.
go.
That's
click
the best
on
way
it.
to do
Yeah,
it.
if you want to do
someone like me.
Or you can subscribe at the Apple Store.
Yeah.
Is that where you Apple Store?
Yeah, it's
Apple.
probably on
if you're an Apple guy.
Spotify. It's probably on.
Yeah, and
We
leave-
do it at the Play Store.
Oh, you're
us droiders.
Android. You and my brother. You guys think you're so smart, but Apple people are real. You're just poor.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Can't afford an Apple, huh?
Guess not.
No.
Nope.
He's not gonna go with the masses. Troy's too good for that.
Oh, you're so edgy, Troy.
He gets to do this with his phone though. He
Right.
gets to do this to like take pictures or something.
I will tell you though, I do like the Android. I just everything I have is already.
I've just always been there. It's like,
Yeah, so why switch?
I don't
I
really
agree.
have a team. I just
I get it.
started that way and always been that way.
I get it. I mean,
so-
I'm the same way. Like I don't want to switch.
I
just
pick up
'cause-
somebody's iPhone and I don't know how to fucking use it. Like,
Yeah.
where's the back button? Where's
my
like
bro-
this shit? Like, how do I get
My
out of
brother's
here?
is like in cursive and stuff. The
Really?
writing is. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
But if you go there and you listen to it, leave a review and subscribe. That'd be cool. We like to read the reviews.
Perfect.
Yep. I'll give you one of those.
Yeah, and it better be a good one.
Well, we'll see what you better
Hey,
deliver.
listen,
then.
that depends on your show.
Yeah, exactly.
Michelle's gonna have the hardest time. Listening to bitches on the air. I'm just but if she can win me over,
Oh,
Greg,
she
I'm
will.
telling you, yeah.
Oh, she will.
Yeah,
Nothing's off limits with her.
She's not. Yeah, she's not gonna get offended by shit.
Not
She's-
at all.
yeah,
That's the
yeah,
best thing about her.
that's-
Gamer.
Yeah, exactly.
That's marriage quality right there.
Oh
You
yeah,
put
yeah.
someone that-
You got to ring her. You got to marry her up.
Yeah, there you go.
Not me. She's fat. I'm not into it. I never had to go fat. I'm not starting now.
There you go. That a boy. All right, everybody. As we go off on this misogynistic note.
You know what though? She's the first one who says I'm fat.
Oh yeah,
it's
she'll
no
laugh at it.
fun.
Don't all
because
women, though?
She says it. But yeah, but
Dude, you lost a lot of weight, by the way.
do you think so?
Yes, I do.
You
Actually,
ask me how next time because there's two things: not drinking.
Body solutions.
No. Yes. Just 2 tablespoons, 2
tablespoons,
hours before
Steve.
bed. But it's
Shake
I'm on
for
a new
breakfast,
drug.
shake for lunch.
I'm on a new drug for diabetes. That
oh my God, I've heard about this.
I don't
How
have.
did you get it? It's hard
for,
to get.
It's for diabetes.
I understand that. I
I
need
know.
it.
I know.
I hear that's really fucking hard to get, though. Very expensive and hard to get.
It's expensive as hell, but my wife's got teacher insurance,
Okay.
so it's nothing.
There you go.
And
I do think it's weird they advertise it by saying it'll make you lose weight too.
It's
Well-
supposed to be like 30% of your body weight, like crazy weight.
Yeah.
if you want to see if it works,
Well, I get it. I'm just saying,
Dude,
if that's
no,
a side
I'm
effect
just
of the
looking at you
diabetes.
now, you look way thinner.
yeah,
actually.
it's definitely worse.
Just saying, don't advertise it like that way. And you'll
well,
lose
they're-
some weight.
But they're but they do that for diabetes meds because it's helpful for you to lose weight.
Yes, very.
It's like Ozempic, but stronger. But stronger.
Yeah.
Right. So
I want to check it out. My buddy
I have Mounjaro.
Grabo.
It's called Mounjaro.
Grabo was telling me about it because he's got to take some blah, blah, blah. He said there's some new diabetes medicine that apparently people are losing like 20-30% of their body
it's
weight.
awesome.
Yeah.
But
he said it's really hard to get.
Because
it's
my goal is to get a girlfriend, and as soon as I get this weight off, I'll have that.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want my wife to know, so don't
No,
tell
I won't tell her.
She won't listen.
You kidding me?
Why
don't you
her mom
get
listens to
Does
this
she
show. She
Really?
loves it.
All right.
The DFAS?
Oh, yeah. She's probably watching it right now.
Who is?
My wife's mom.
Really?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
staying with
that's
her.
excellent.
I'll walk in the door and she'll go, well, that was an interesting show. But she listens to everything. She loves the Greg and Michelle, or Michelle and Greg show. She likes this one.
Oh, that's good.
She's our
Great
biggest
sport.
fan.
Tell her we said hello.
Yeah, I'm taking her to the Piston game tonight.
Nice, nice.
Cool. We can get her drunk, find her a boyfriend.
Fuck yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
She hot?
Oh,
Yeah.
she looks exactly like my wife does. So, I mean, it's like,
All right.
All right.
Well, don't have too many drinks tonight.
she's got a
It's your Saturday night. Be careful. Take it easy.
I swear I thought it was
Stumbling into
you.
the wrong room tonight.
It's a funny story because we were on vacation once and we all kind of got to the hotel when we flopped down on the bed. And she's on one side and my wife's on the other. And I look at them both and I said, every guy's dream. And they both jump up and go, ew, you're so gross. Get out.
Trust me, no matter how true it is, honey, I swear I thought it was you. It does not hold up.
No.
Yeah,
Troy's been there.
Yeah. Oh, you have?
No.
We'll get that story.
Something you want to tell me?
No,
We
not
won't
today.
talk about that.
Okay. Well, fill
Oh,
me
I'll
in
tell
later.
that story. It's just we're too late now.
Okay. All right. I got to actually go pick her up, get my brother, and we're going to go downtown and watch the Pistons.
I love it. Enjoy the game.
Thank you.
Enjoy NFC Championship football. I'll be a nervous wreck. But let's
I
try and
won't.
do something next week.
All right.
You'll just enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But
maybe I'll come down next week. Depends. If the
Okay.
Pistons are home and you get me courtsides, I'll be here.
Okay.
If not, we can do it over the thing. But for
That
sure,
sucks, but yeah.
But
we
for
have
sure,
to.
it'll be more often here because
Okay.
it's just I'll be down here.
Perfect. Love it. Great seeing you, buddy.
You too.
Have a good rest of the weekend, everybody. We will be back next week. We'll see you then.